Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Hello on this beautiful Saturday. It's pretty sunny outside. I don't know how it is where you live right now. Is it dark? Is it night? Hello, chat. Hello, Quixote. Hello, Inquisitor of Aquilania. Hello, XT Zombiak. Hello, Pudding. Hello, Koalaman. Hello, Herxina. Hello, Ikag. Thanks, Ikag. Hello, lawyers. Yes. Well, I mean, YouTube usually identifies the that part of a song, and for that they display an ad, a text ad on my YouTube VOD uploads. So it's not a big deal. And since I don't monetize any of the clips myself, I don't think many people care that I use 30 seconds of a MIDI synthesized song of some copyrighted song. So, and it's 30 seconds in a whole 4-hour or 3-hour stream. So it's not a big deal. Hello, Havinel. Not very sunny since it's 1 a.m. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be sunny when it's 1 a.m. Hello, Icewave. Guys, one thing I didn't tell you in the previous episodes, and I had to confirm with Icewave that he's okay with this. So he's part of the Litcube's Universe team. So he's one of the very special people that have made this amazing mod, just so you know. Hello, A-Steer. Hello, Kilgore Trout. And hello, Ann Christensen. Hello, Alphador. Lots of people today. All right, so speaking about Litcube's Universe authors, what do you guys think of having in one of these episodes, having Litcube himself, that is the man, having him as a guest answer your questions? Hello, Litcube. There you are. Yes, it's working. Test, it's working. All right. Yes, it is Litcube. So yeah, guys, what do you think of having here Litcube as a guest, as a voice guest, to hear him out, hear his own words about the mod and everything? That would be awesome, Kilgore. Okay, I think we can arrange that. I think I talked to him and he said he would like to do it. So there you go. Yes, Pudding, the man. He is the man. He worked 7 years on this mod, and he's a very skilled modder. So, I mean, that's absolutely mind-blowing. I wouldn't be able to do 7 years anything. I don't know if 3 years, not to mention 7. All right, so let's see where we are at. I'll load a save game that was made shortly after I stopped the stream last time, just to get our bearings, see where we were, and see where we are right now. All right, Ikag. If he wants, we'll have Litcube over for an interview. Raktana is a distant cousin of Raitana. Yes. Well, I don't know, actually. We'll have to ask Raitana. ROG also reminds me of Republic of Gamers, a certain brand that Asus makes for certain motherboards and products they make. Right, so were we last time? Last time we just built like 30 Setantas, so we had the beginning of a fleet, and we tried to attack the Phenon with those. We tried to apply some guerrilla tactics to attack and then run away, tried to make them some damage. It didn't work out too well because the Phenon just jumped their ships back to their home sector, and we couldn't follow through because we didn't have enough strength. Our fleet isn't strong enough to take through a full frontal assault on their home sector. And in terms of what we own, we have about 19 billion credits. And of course, like I said, the ships that we have, the trader ships, and the Setantas, 31 Setantas, because one of them, it's my player ship. And let's see what we have now. Yeah, does my wife know that I can't do 7 years anything? Well, Alphador, I think she knows by now because we've been together for 10 years. So yeah. Oh, okay. So more like make that 14. Okay, there you go, there you go. As I was saying, not much has happened since the last episode, and that is because we're at a point in the game now when many interesting things are happening. We're at a point in the game where the fleet grows really quickly, and there are many things to do, many interesting things to do, and so I haven't been playing as much off stream, which should be great news for you guys because you can actually track more of what's going on as opposed to the previous episodes where I had to play a lot of grinding work off stream. So there hasn't been much, but the things that have happened, let's see. I think I got, let's see. Yes. I did get a bunch of frigates. So that's the biggest change from the last time. I got 10 additional Setantas, so 10 additional corvettes to my fleet, but I also added 10 frigates, the Cariodos. The Cariodos, in case you're not familiar with the ship, it's kind of like an oversized corvette. That is, in terms of weapon layout, it's almost like a corvette. It has a ton of front main weapons, and it also has a number of side turrets and things like that. But it's an oversized corvette because it's actually a frigate, so it's much stronger than a corvette, has much more shielding. It's also slower than a corvette and much less maneuverable. But I like these in terms as to use them in the role of strike frigates, as we will see them shortly. So that's the biggest change from last time, the 10 frigates here. And in terms of assets, I think I only have, only about 10 billion more credits than what we had last time, so not a huge asset gain. Well, 10 is a lot, I guess. EA and I are together for 10 years. Oh my god, Pure and Jade. Well, many more years, as they say. Ikag, you sleep alone tonight. No, Ikag, it said you sleep on the couch. Yes, and we have a very comfortable couch, so there you go. Can you hear more of Litcube? Alphador, do you mean the mod or the person? Yeah, Litcube, I use Setantas. You will see actually how I use them. I was just going over that right now. Yeah, oversized corvette equal frigate. Yes, Jipudik, in general, you can say that if a weapon layout on the frigate matches that of a corvette, but usually frigates actually start to have a weapon layout that is closer to capital ships, to large capitals. That is, they don't have, so the large capitals don't have any main guns, but they have a large number of broadside turrets because, you know, they do most of their damage on the sides of a ship. And so frigates, because they are somewhere between the corvettes and the large capitals, most of them tend to be somewhere in between in terms of a weapon layout, except that Cariodo thing, which I have, which is just like an oversized corvette. I mean, the weapon layout is almost like a corvette. Okay, so we have all that. Let's talk a bit about how to configure these ships, which I already did, but I'll have to walk you through it to see what I did here. Since we have only 3 ship types in our MLCC setup, MLCC is it stands for Military Logistics Command Center, and it's the system in Litcube's universe that you use to manage your fleet, including coordinate assaults and things like that. And we have only 3 ships, so we have configuration entries for each of them, the Cariodo, the Setanta, and the Claymore. The Cariodo is, I will be using it as an assault, as in an assault role. So how I configured it is essentially the first task is to attack any capitals, as you can see here. The second task, after all capitals are dead, is to attack any capitals and medium ships, which essentially means if there are any new capitals that have come in the meantime, or maybe if there are any medium ships left. And medium ships are corvettes, for example. Frigates are already considered capitals in this category here. So that's what I instructed the Cariodos to do. Then the Setantas, since Litcube was asking me that I was making a point that I have a lot of Setantas, then the Setantas, their role is to escort, as you can see here, to protect the M7 ships. In this case, the M7 ships, the frigates, are our Cariodos. So what MLCC will do is when we initiate combat, then all the Setantas will get split up in almost equal numbers assigned to escort one of the frigates. So that's what they will do. The reason for that is in case frigates get attacked by agile targets like fighters, at least the corvettes, the Setantas, are more agile than the frigates, so they can defend them. That's my main reasoning for it. And they can also provide backup firepower for the frigates. In case, for example, if a frigate assaults a capital ship and that capital ship starts firing at the frigate, then the corvettes, because their role is to escort the frigate, they will automatically start to fire at the capital ship which is firing at the frigate. So that means it provides additional firepower to the frigates. So that's what I configure them to do. And one last configuration here is the same that I did it in the last episode, so I haven't changed much, but I'll go over it again. The Claymore. The Claymore is a bomber, but the way I use it here is to provide missile defense. I fill it up with chaff. Chaff are anti-missile missiles. That's what they are. And I order my Claymore to escort, that is to follow any M6 ships, that is any corvettes. And so the Claymore will pick two random, because I have two Claymores, right? They will pick two random corvettes and they will follow them. But the reasoning for this is just to keep them close to my fleet, because while they are close to my fleet, they will fire the chaff missiles to intercept any missiles that are trying to damage my fleet. That's their role in this setup. That's how I configured them this way. Let's see chat a bit. Yes, Ikak, that was foresight, choosing a comfortable couch. All right. As you, I don't know if you noticed in the intro message on the episode here, I said that we should be able now to do a frontal assault on the Phenon Corporation home sector. And so that's what I'm going to try to do now. And before we do that, the reason why we're now able to is because we have the frigates, which we didn't have before, so we have a lot more firepower. And also because off stream, I managed to actually destroy some of their ships, because on stream I was trying to make them come and defend their factories, and when they did and I was attacking them, they would just jump out and go to their home sector. But then I discovered that one way to destroy their capital ships without having to engage their full fleet is to just go in their home sector, then go with only my player ship, try to draw any of their capitals without drawing the whole fleet, and then when I drew their capital ship away from their headquarters, then I jumped in my fleet and took out that capital ship. That's what I did. And now they're pretty weak, so we should be able to take their headquarters out. So let's do that. This is their home sector, Sanctuary of Darkness. Jump here.
Jump device charging at 10%. 20. Entering system, Sanctuary of Darkness.
All right. I don't need this monitor. Okay. And I'm thinking I will try to get a bit closer to their headquarters. Once I do, they should probably order any fighters they have to intercept me, and then I'll jump back to put some distance from them, and then I'll call in my fleet to destroy their fighters and any other ships they have. So let's use Zeta here to get closer, faster. I'm trying to see when they will order their ships to intercept me. Okay. All right. I see some fighters. Oh no, that's just the miner. Yeah.
Phenon Asp Miner.
But now they order some fighters to intercept me, I think, because I see these coming out of the headquarters. That's okay. Actually, I don't even need to jump back, I think. I think I can order my fleet. Just come here. Let's stop. Is this a good position? No, I want to go further ahead. So, because my fleet is made out of frigates, you know, and setantas and so on, they aren't that fast. So if I jump them way too far from the headquarters, they will take some time to get there, and I don't want to do that. I want to be more efficient, right? So I want to jump as close as possible. To get my fleet to jump here as close as possible to the enemy headquarters. Right, so 2 scouts are already intercepting me, and I can ignore them. I'm flying a Corvette, so I don't really care about scout ships. They cannot really do any damage to me. My turrets will probably take care of them.
Phanon Jaguar. Hauler.
Or I can just destroy them.
Phanon Rapier. No aim. Phanon Rapier. Target is now in firing range. No aim. Phanon Hell.
Hell. Alright, we're getting closer. Where is the headquarters? How much distance there is to it?
Phanon Headquarters.
Alright, about 15 clicks.
Phanon Hell.
I can take this guy out. Get closer. He dropped some fighter drones.
Phanon Fighter Drone. Phanon Harrier. Phanon Fighter Drone.
Let's see. We can ignore the fighter drones.
Phanon
Alright, 10
Headquarters.
kilometers. It's time to call in our fleet. So, assist. Call in all the ships that we have.
Alert. Missile closing.
50 ships in our fleet right now, in total. We'll slow down, see the wall in front of us. Nice. And the frigates, as you can see, the frigates are already firing their turrets to destroy any fighter drones that are around. Okay, so now I'll order, let's see, they have any ships around here? Well, they do have ships, but none of them are like capital ships, which is what I have my frigates ordered to attack. So if I order my frigates now, if I give them the go code to follow my orders, they will just jump out because there are no capital ships to attack. So instead, I think I'll just order them. Let's see. I guess I could change the order, but I just want the headquarters to be destroyed. And the problem is when you go to MLCC orders here, there is no option to assault stations like the headquarters. So if I go to the Coriodo and okay, assault, let's add another assault. And here I have no option to say, you know, stations. You just have ships, capitals, blah blah blah, corvettes, fighters. Right, so I'll have to order my ships manually, I think. That's what I have to do right now, and I'll order them to just attack the headquarters, and that's it. Or I can order them to attack any ships, right? I can do that. So, broadcast order. All M6 and M7 ships attack all enemies.
Command accepted.
Let's watch the fireworks here. Hey, what are you doing? Are you firing? Hey, you.
Claymore.
These are the Claymore, which are supposed to provide the anti-missile defense, and I think they're useless right now, so I'm going to order them to go home.
Command accepted.
Because he seemed to fire a chaff as an offensive missile, but chaff doesn't do anything if you fire against an enemy. They only intercept other missiles. And you should also go home.
Command accepted.
Alright, so
No aim.
so my ships are just following the
Setanta.
order I gave them manually, like attack all enemies now. Let's remove a HUD. Looks better this way. Yeah, you can even look at the frigates, these Coriodos. They even look like oversized corvettes. See their ship design. It just looks like a very large corvette or very large fighter. Other corvettes look, other frigates, they look different. They look more like capital ships. Okay. So okay, they're attacking everything in sight. That's good. I can leave it. I can leave a sector, and then they will just destroy the station, I think. Because if I sit here in the sector, it just takes more time because the engine has to compute all these 3D flying trajectories and so on. If I go out of a sector, then it's all simulated by using a kind of like a turn-based algorithm. So does Fennon still have fighters and things? Yeah, like 3 fighters left. That's nothing. That is nothing. And they're getting destroyed. Now, the headquarters also have a ton of laser towers. Well, not a ton, but about 20 of them. And my fleet needs to also destroy those if they want to destroy the headquarters, because otherwise the laser towers will fire at them. So apparently they're now attacking traders. Okay. Well, just destroy everything. That sounds good to me. Great. Yay. Yeah, let's get out of the sector. So in Litcube's universe, you can set a certain sector to be your home point. If you go here and say press on set home point, then the current sector, the current position in the sector, it's set as a home point. So then you can assign a keyboard shortcut and just press that thing, and it jumps your ship directly to that home point, right? So I already have set up in an empty sector where I can run SETA without with great speed, because I don't have because if it's an empty sector, then there's nothing for the engine to need to simulate in the sector. So I'm going to do that now. So are we Coke or Pepsi? Sorry, Azebraxi, I don't understand the question. Let me see what you guys are talking about.
Engine system Y beta.
Oh, okay, Litcube, that's cool. That sounds good. About adding stations as a valid MLCC assault target. Oh, that chaff brought down a Tomahawk. Okay, great. So, the Claymores were actually doing their job. Great to hear. Well, I sent them home because, I mean, they're very useful against enemy missiles, but they're useful against enemy missiles when I get a missile spam, like when Fennon deploys a missile boat or deploys their own bomber. But right now, if they're not doing that, then I don't care. If some fighter fires a few missiles, that's not a big deal. All right, so let's see what our fleet is doing now remotely. All right, so they're trying to intercept that guy there. Yeah, when they will be done with actually, I don't even care anymore. Do I care? Or can I just order them to destroy the laser towers? Yeah, I guess I have to wait for them to destroy. Well, but I see that Fennon keeps on hiring new fighters because they didn't have any left, and now they're just buying new fighters and deploying, which is not a big issue because they're small. They're just scouts and interceptors. But that may just make things take longer. You know what? I think I'll just. You know what? Let me jump back. And simply, I'll order my ship to attack each laser tower one by one.
30,
and when we're done with that,
40,
I'll just order them
50.
to attack the station, and that's it.
Entering system Sanctuary of Darkness.
Let's see. This laser tower.
Fennon laser tower.
All right, everybody. Wait. Everyone, attack my target. 7. Okay.
Command accepted.
Yeah, go and attack that laser tower. Now. Let's go and attack that thing. Destroy it, then we move to the next one, and so on. Hey, why aren't you attacking that? What's going on here? Yeah, just destroy it. Alright, and I see someone is firing. Hey, you.
Phantom
You
arrow.
bored or something? You bored with life? Well, I can help you with that. I can definitely help you with that.
No aim.
There you go.
Cargo bay now contains gamma ray cannon.
Great, because I didn't have enough of them, or what? Alright guys, have you destroyed that laser tower? Come on, let's move it. People are watching. Can't waste time here. Yes. Maybe I should just ignore the laser towers and order my ships to attack the headquarters. This is going to take forever. Oh, but that's the thing, most of my fleet is not here, that's why it's taking so long. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so they destroyed that laser tower. That's great. Let's go to the next one.
Phantom laser tower. Command accepted.
Yeah, destroy that. Wait. The thing is, if you order, I think this attack all enemies, that will attack laser towers. But before it attacks laser towers, they want to destroy other ships. And I don't want them to go fly around here 50 kilometers just to attack this very far away TL. I don't know what's doing there, but whatever. Let's focus on what's important, which is we need to destroy the headquarters. Once we destroy the headquarters, we have beaten the current subsidiary of the Phenon Corporation, and then they will upgrade to the next subsidiary, to the next level.
Phantom
Yeah, that's true, Burn
vulture.
Pies.
Advance.
Once I order my ships to attack
No aim.
the headquarters, I will go out of sector
headquarters.
definitely. That does help a lot, for the reasons you mentioned. So do we still have? We have tons of laser tower. We have a bunch of other crap. Oh man, this. So Phenon keeps on making stuff, right? They keep, yeah. See, they still have fighters. They keep on making fighters, or buying or hiring them. So you just have to ignore them, I guess. I mean, I could do that, not an issue. I could just order. Let's see. I could order the frigates to attack the headquarters, and I could order everyone else, like the corvettes, which are much faster, to attack any ships.
Phantom headquarters.
So let's do that. You combat, attack my
Command
target.
accepted. Command accepted.
Okay.
Command accepted. Command accepted. Command accepted.
All right.
Command
So I just
accepted.
order all the frigates to
Command
attack my target,
accepted.
which is the headquarters.
Command accepted.
And now let's see. Can I order
Command accepted.
all the M6 ships? No, you can't. So there's no way. Okay. There's no way, because I thought maybe I have a way to broadcast orders to all the M6 ships versus M7 ships, but there's no way. You can either do both of them. So yeah, let's do both of them then. Attack. No, wait. Okay, attack my target.
Command accepted.
So now everyone should just attack the headquarters. Does that work? It seems to work. Okay, let's jump out.
Jumped it. Engine system Y beta.
Okay, let's watch what's happening here.
Attention, one of your ships is under attack. Sanctuary of Darkness.
Yeah, no problem. I think they can support that, whatever Phenon has right now. They have very few ships and things like that, and but just for laser towers. Alright, so
Attention, one of your
Yeah,
ships
that's
is
fine.
under attack.
Okay.
Sanctuary of
this
Darkness.
guy is getting attacked, but by what? His shields, and also this guy, his shields are pretty low right now. Well, at least they have
Attention,
emergency jump.
One of your
so that's
ships
fine.
is under attack. Sanctuary of Darkness.
They will jump back home if their shield drops below 50% or so. I think I set it for Setanta, so let's see.
Attention,
No,
one
it's
of
set at
your ships
40%.
is
So
under
they will
attack.
just jump back home
Sanctuary of Darkness.
if their shield drops below 40%, so they won't get destroyed. Yeah, and the headquarters, as you can see down here, the headquarters is almost out of shield, and then it will start to take hull damage.
Attention, one of your ships is under attack. Sanctuary
Command
of
accepted,
Darkness.
command accepted, command accepted, command accepted. Yes, we all love Betty. Yeah, in case... Oh, there you go. Someone destroyed my ship. What just happened?
Attention, one of your ships is under attack.
Oh, so that was...
Sanctuary of Darkness.
I think that was a game simulating someone firing a missile out of sector. So apparently they took out one of my corvettes. That's fine. I can make...
Attention,
if I show you, like, I can make right now 100 Setantas.
Sanctuary of Darkness.
I have the resources to make 100 Setantas. So the fact that they destroyed one corvette is...
Incoming message.
It's really nothing. There you go. So we destroyed them, I think. They just left. Or we destroyed them, let's see. Yeah. That's great. Okay, everyone, retreat, go home. And I need to build another corvette to take the place of the one that was destroyed. So yeah, build another Setanta. Great. And also I should order one of my TLs to just go in that sector and collect all the dropped weapons and shields from all that destruction. Because you can sell that for good money. So, collect wares in sector. Here.
Command accepted.
If I go there, you can see now it's just full of these yellow things, which are here. They're just weapons and missiles and shields. Yes, he is S-tier. And hopefully we'll have him as a guest. One of these episodes as a voice guest. Yes, exactly, Kilgore Trout. Yes. So yeah, if you didn't see the message, I'm gonna bring it here. So the Phenom Corporation just says, "Oh, on behalf of the Phenom Corporation, I, Zalex Yulan, which is the CEO of the Phenom Corporation, would express our deepest regrets over your previous actions." So they express their deepest regrets over my previous actions. Know that the Phenom Corporation will return soon with doubled effort. So those are just veiled threats, I guess. Not that veiled. Oh, I see 2 Setantas were killed in the message here. So okay, let's produce one more. Because I already ordered to make one. So let's make one more. Good. And what is the HQ doing? Okay, it's almost done. Making one Setanta, and then we'll do the next one. Right. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to so another thing I did off stream and I haven't talked about is I reversed engineered. I got the blueprint for a light carrier, the Hayabusa. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced actually. So the Hayabusa is a frigate, so it's an M7 class ship, but it can carry a reasonable number of fighters. So it's like a light carrier, and because we don't currently have the reputation to actually buy a real carrier, a capital ship from any of the races, we'll just have to do with a light carrier for now. And I already built 3 of them, I just didn't equip them, and I also need to configure them with fighters and everything. So let's do that now. The first one. Alright, so it takes up to 4 1 gigajoule shield. Alright, let's put it for 1 gigajoule shield.
1 gigajoule shield installed.
Great. What else? It has 5 turrets plus some main guns, and we can see the weapon layout here is color coded. And I think what I want to do is, because I'm not going to use the light carrier in a role in which the light carrier itself does much damage with its own weapons. Most of the damage that the light carrier will provide will be from the fighters it carries. So I'm not going to put a lot of heavy guns, I think, on it. Let's see. It does support photon artillery array, which is one of the heaviest guns the Terran ships can equip, the Terran capital ships can equip, actually. So I guess I could put those on the right and the left sides, on the broadside. Maybe even main, but then down, back, and up, I think I'll just put anti-fighter flak cannon. So that is, in the case of a Terrans, that is the Starburst shockwave cannon. That's their flak cannon. Yeah, so I could do that. Or I could go a bit lower in terms of the weapon power here. So instead of photon artillery array, I could go for a matter antimatter launcher. The difference is they do less damage, but they also use much less energy. I'm not sure the Hayabusa can actually fire well photon artillery arrays for a long time. Actually, it probably can't that much. So rather than that, I should probably just mount 4 matter antimatter launchers, and in the front, and 4 on the right and 4 on the left, and then up, down, and back I should probably put the Starburst shockwave cannon. Yeah, let's do that. So that means 12 matter antimatter launchers, and then 10 Starburst shockwave cannon. Okay, so 8. No, 12 I said.
Matter antimatter launcher installed.
10 Starburst.
Starburst shockwave cannon
Alright, so let's see. So it looks good. It's the layout I wanted to have. Bum, 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 bum. That's good. What else? We should set the command for all turrets. So turret right should be... Okay, so I want the side turrets to attack any large ships, including medium ships. But there is no point in using matter antimatter launcher to attack fighters, because the matter antimatter launcher is a relatively slow weapon, and it just will have a small chance of hitting agile fighters. For fighters, that's why I equipped the flak cannon, the Starburst. So I want to use an order for these turrets, which only attacks large ships, including medium ships. And I don't think I have any order like that. Let's see. If I go here to see the turret orders, turret command configuration, the one to attack capitals attacks, let's see, turret attacks what the ship is attacking, okay, protect the ship, attack anything that attacks it, and attack capital ships M6 and bigger. So it looks good, except the second order. I don't want my turrets with matter antimatter launcher to just attack anyone that's attacking them, because that means they might also attack fighters, and I don't want them to attack fighters. It's useless to use these weapons against fighters. But I also defined some custom turret commands here. Let's see which one I can use. The alpha. Yeah, see, there you go. Turret attacks what the ship is attacking, and also attacks capital ships, M6 and bigger. That's exactly what I want. So that's why it's useful to have the custom turret commands, the alpha, beta, gamma, which you can define yourself to do whatever you want. So go back to the Hayabusa here. So everything good. So right, I want turret command alpha.
accepted.
Left, turret command alpha.
Command accepted.
And now the turrets that have the flak cannons, I want them to attack fighters only, I think. Let's see, because I already have a command for that. I think the turret command gamma does that. Right, so it does, okay, so it does missile defense, which means attack any incoming missile, and that's good because the flak cannon is a fast weapon, so it can actually intercept missiles, and also attack fighters, which are also agile and fast, and protect ship, attack anything that is. So when it's done destroying any missiles or fighters that are in the range, then it will try to protect the ship. That's good, actually. So that's what I want. I want the turret command gamma.
Command accepted. Command accepted. Command accepted.
All right. So we defined the turret commands. Let's see what chat is saying here. So it's an oversized corvette and an undersized carrier. That is true, Pudding. That's the reality of having of Egosoft, the developers, having introduced all these intermediary ship types. In the older X games, you know the classes for the ships, they were really clear. You had capital ships and they were really large, and you had fighters, and they were much smaller than the capitals, and some of the capitals like carriers could carry fighters and deploy them. But then as they released newer and newer games, they kept on adding these intermediary ship types, like the corvette and then the frigate and things like that.
Incoming message.
Yeah, you're right, Litcube. So I agree that mammals, that is, oh, by the way, mammal, that makes me think of something else. You guys should Google for mammal, M-A-M-I-L, and you'll see what I'm thinking about. Anyway, so matter, antimatter launcher, it's true that they're good enough, they're fast enough for the heavy fighters, for the M3s and the M3+. But unfortunately, there is no way to order a turret to attack just the heavy fighters or the fighters. When you say fighters, it will attack everything, including scouts and interceptors. And so I prefer to just avoid using that against all fighters, because we already have the turrets for down, back, up, which use the flak cannons, and they will attack fighters anyway, so we're covered. And then in addition to that, when we will configure these ships within MLCC, we will have Setantas assigned to escort them. So they will have escort. They won't be vulnerable to fighter attack. Yes, that's what it means, Ferk. Yes, exactly. That's what mammal means. Yeah, we should give an award to Ferk. Yes. It's in your search history. Yes. Okay. So I need to upgrade the carrier, because I only put some guns on it, but I haven't done any upgrades. So let's do an upgrade. Oh, actually, before I can upgrade it, I need to rename it, because otherwise I can't distinguish it between this one that was that has the shields and the weapons, and the other two that don't have it. So let's rename it. I don't know, Hayabusa 01. Okay. So now Dockware Manager and upgrade ship. This one. Yes, see, that's why I needed to name it differently, because we couldn't tell which one was what. So I need engine tuning. I need rudder optimization. One interesting point about the Hayabusa is that it's the fastest frigate in the universe. It's actually almost exactly as fast as my player ship, as my corvette. That's how fast it is. And I don't need any cargo bay extension for it, because it won't be carrying anything more than it already has. That is the missile, the lasers and the shields that are already installed on it. So I don't need any cargo bay extension. And we do want combat command stuff that it already has those. We want jump drive. We want quantum jump gate extension. And triplex scanner.
Triplex scanner bought.
And that's enough. Good. We need to do some additional configuration now that we have installed the jump drive on it, and that is it should automatically jump on any distance it can, and it should emergency jump out. So let's try to think now, but under which shield level, what's the threshold for the shield level under which it should jump out for emergency. So this one has 4 gigajoule shields, right? Okay, so I think 25% is okay, because that leaves it with about 1 gigajoule shield, and 1 gigajoule shield should be sufficient for it to survive for 10 seconds it takes to charge its jump drive. And in the future, like I talked in the previous episode, we will be able to use a certain type, to produce and use a certain type of wear which provides a second emergency jump. But those things are really expensive to produce right now, so that will happen later. Okay, so then 25% I said. Yeah, sounds good. And fuel resupply for 100 jumps, it should be enough. And let's order it to just go in space idle and then dock back. because that will resupply it with energy cells according to the fuel resupply setting we just used. All right, so let's see. Right, so now it has 2000 energy cells, has shields, has the guns on it, has equipment. I think we're all set. So let's define a new template for our light carrier so that we can apply the template on the other two, so we don't have to repeat all these steps manually. Template manager. Which one? Oh yeah, I wanted to add a template. So it's an M7. This one, Hayabusa 01. And let's name it light carrier. All right. So here we have it. Everything looks good. Everything is fine, I think. Good. Let's apply the template to the other two light carriers, and actually to everyone, and assign them to go to their home base. Right. So let me check chat really quickly before I go into another 15-minute explanation here. So Azebrax is speaking about a story of pirates and smooching space ladies. There is this guy on the forums. He's doing a Dead is Dead DID playthrough Litcube's universe, and he's doing a complete roleplay, and he was writing these episodes. It was really awesome to read him, very creative and very fun. It was essentially the life of a pirate, yes, in Litcube's universe. It was pretty cool. Oh, Burnt Pies, you say I should go for 15%? Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't know. I really doubt that my carriers will actually be under fire, because the way this will work, they will jump in, and then they will order their fighters to intercept the targets that I'll configure in MLCC for them to do. And so in general, the carriers will stay at a distance, sort of, because once the fighters are done killing whomever they need to kill, usually other fighters, then the carrier will just jump back, and the rest of the fleet will remain, like frigates and so on, because the way I usually configure carrier is to use them only against other fighters. I do not use my carriers against capitals, because I hate losing fighters. So if you use fighters against capitals, you lose some of them, and I don't do that. I use my fighters against other fighters, and once that's done, they just jump back home, and then everything, the rest of the fleet remains there to deal with the remaining enemy. What does the Dizzy Corporation make? So the Dizzy Corporation makes a ton of stuff, as you can see here. Unfortunately, there is no way to make rum. The closest you can do in X is to make space fuel. I think that's what's called. So it's a type of whiskey that the Argonians, no, not Argonians, wait, wait, Argon, which is the, I'm saying Argonians because I watched Outstar's Morrowind play with the Argonian maid. But no, the Argons, they have a station which is can make space fuel. Oh, Litcube, that is a very good point. My carriers do not have probably carrier command software. Thanks for pointing that out, because I would have discovered it later when I would have deployed them. So let's see, does it have that? Because I don't think they do. No, they do not. So, okay, so this is a type of equipment that needs to be installed generally on carriers, and it gives you commands to order things like, hey, fighters, come back to the carrier. And also makes it possible for the fighters to teleport inside the carrier hold when they get in range, and that allows for much quicker docking. So first I want to buy that equipment to license it. I need to license it. So carrier command software. Good, we licensed it. Bought. And now let's add it to the Hayabusa.
Carrier command software bought.
Right. And now I need to delete and redefine my template because it didn't include that. The light carrier template, delete, add template. this one, light carrier. All right, so now we have carrier command software. Do we? Where is it? I'm not seeing. Oh, it's not this sort. Okay, it's here. Oh yeah, carrier command software. All right, good. Thanks. Hello, Tikanjia. Okay. So now to apply the new template we just created to the other two carriers. So template outfit and light carrier. And right, so the thing I was trying to talk about that I didn't. So another thing I did off stream was to deploy some additional MLCC docs. So at the end of the last stream, we had the HQ and we had GOG MLCC 01, which is a McCallum equipment dock. A McCallum equipment dock, it means that it can only dock, it can dock like an indefinite number of fighters and medium ships, like for example corvettes. And that's what I use as the home base for all my corvettes, because it can be indefinite, right? But then in order to have a place where to dock your frigates and capital ships, you need to use a different type of dock, and that is the Starliner equipment dock. The Starliner equipment dock, as you can see here, it can accommodate up to 9 huge ships, that is capital ships like frigates and carriers and destroyers. And yeah, we need to deploy some of these. So I did off stream, I deployed one here. So this was my headquarters, and this is my McCallum, the one with the corvettes. But then I deployed this one here, with which is full with 9 frigates. And I deployed another one here, which is empty, I think. It doesn't have anything on it. That was prepared to put my light carriers assigned to it. Yeah. Well, actually it has one. Let's see, what does it have? Oh, it just has its freighter. The freighter is the trader ship that will take care of anything this dock needs. It will take them from the headquarters and bring them here. Okay, so let's go back to the template outfit function. And like I said, I want to assign the light carrier template to these 3 light carriers, and also assign home and send to GOG MLCC 303. That's the one I want. That's the one that is available right now. Yeah, this one. Right. So let's do that. Bam, bam, bam. Done. That was easy. We didn't have to repeat all those things we did for the first carrier. And if we look here, we can see the 2 ships just going towards their home base. The 3 ships, that is, the 3 light carriers. All right. Let's see chat a bit. Oh, I see Litcube. I didn't know that it was only in Litcube. Yeah. All right. So one very important thing we have to do with carriers is to give them fighters, right? And if we look at one of these light carriers, they can carry up to 14 fighters, and that's what we will do. We will create 14 and configure 14 fighters for each of them. Okay. Now the question is, what fighter should we use? Let's go to the ship compendium and fighter category. So I'm not going to use any scouts, any M5s. I don't care about that. I'm not going to use any interceptors. I really don't care about that. But I will use heavy fighters. So that's the list that I'm looking at right now. And I order them by speed here. Speed for me is important, especially in terms of fighters. But usually when you have ships in your fleet and you give them orders to automatically intercept enemies and fight and things like that, you also have to care a lot about their shielding, because otherwise they'll just die very quickly. So we cannot go for the fastest ship here, which is actually Terran. It's ATF, so we could deploy that. But the problem is it only has 4 25 megajoule shields, so that's pretty small shielding. What I actually want to do, I want to go for the Fenrir. And the reason for that is because, as you can see, just look at how it compares towards the 4, right? It's just slightly slower, but very little. It has one more 25 megajoule shield, so that's great. And that's like 20% more, I guess. And then it has more guns. It has 12 guns versus 10 here. And it even has more laser battery, but very little, like 79 versus 0.4 there. So yeah, that's why I go for it. And because we're role-playing a Terran, we can't actually go for any of these other races, like Otas, Yaki, whatever, Split, Boran, and so on. So yeah, and the Scimitar would have been a decent choice, but as you can see, the Fenrir has one additional shield on top of what the Scimitar has. Hey, Litcube. Solano? Where is the Solano? I don't see the Solano. Where is that? What type of ship is that? Is that M3? Let's order by name. No. Where is it? Saber. I guess I don't know it. I haven't discovered that ship. Oh, it's an M4. Oh, Solano here, yeah. Oh, I see. But why do you go for it? I mean, for an M4, yeah, it looks like it has very good shielding and laser battery. And it's pretty fast, but it's an M4. I don't care about M4s. I don't like my ships to get killed. So, there you go. Right. And in terms of, I mean, I'm already prepared for the Fenrir because I already reverse engineered the blueprints for it. So you can see here we have enough stockpiled resources on the HQ that I can build almost 700 Fenrirs. Fortunately, we don't need to do that. We just need, so 14 per ship. That's what, 3, 4, that's 42, I think. I hope I got my math right. 42. Okay, so let's just make one of them initially. As you can see now, my light carriers have also renamed themselves because they're assigned to an MLCC dock, so they get that name with security. So we should hide them. So show and hide everything. Good. Also, the Setantas are done, so let's apply the template over these and send them home. So I call them the escort corvette, and home is MLCC 01 for them. Where is that? Ah, this one. All right, send them home. Done. And I want to make a Fenrir, at least one, so that I can create a template for it, and then we can make any number of them very easily and equip them. So I want to make a Fenrir. Let's see. All right, it takes 21 seconds to make a Fenrir, which is a super heavy fighter. So that's because Litcube modified the build times, I think. Yeah, I saw, so Litcube had this fun YouTube clip where I think he's showing a ton of M5s, ASPs. Oh no, that's M4. I think the ASP is M4, right? So he's showing a bunch of ASPs taking on a very large capital and just destroying it, and the capital has no chance to do anything because all those slow guns aren't hitting any ASP. But I don't know, it feels so risky to send my fighters in those tiny little light ships against the enemy. I prefer heavy shielding where possible and speed, and the Fenrir kind of provides both, I think. All right, so our Fenrir is done. Let's configure it just like we did with a light carrier. So a Fenrir takes up to 6 25 megajoule shields, so we'll get 25 megajoule shields, 6 of them.
25 mega.
Great. And it also, so let's see, weapon layout, it has 2 turrets. The turrets, I'm thinking of doing electromagnetic plasma cannon or even plasma gun, because essentially the turrets, because this is a fighter, right? It's already maneuverable enough to be able to use its main guns on our fighters. The turrets are mostly for like missile defense or like maybe scouts and that are attacking it or things like that. So I'm thinking either electromagnetic plasma cannon or the plasma gun, because both are much quicker and use less energy than the gamma ray cannon. Now the gamma ray cannon, I will use that as the main guns. A Fenrir can fire 8 gamma ray cannons for maybe a few minutes, so not a huge amount of time, but plenty. It doesn't need to fire it continuously like that all the time, and fights will be much shorter anyway. At least fights while I will be deploying the fighters. And so my plan, so let's see, 8 gamma ray cannon, and then I haven't decided, plasma gun or electromagnetic plasma cannon. What do you people think? I guess if I go for so between these two, the electromagnetic plasma cannon is the heavier one. It uses more energy and it hits more heavily. It can probably from a few shots destroy a scout, an M5. It can also intercept missiles fairly well. The plasma gun uses less energy, is faster, it will intercept missiles even better, and it will do less damage to our fighters. But it really depends on what we aim to do with the turrets. Of course, I won't use the alpha particle cannon because that one is really useless. I mean, it's very fast, but it does very little damage. It almost can't even destroy missiles. That's how little damage it does. Hey, Grivix. Hello, Gothhammer. Gothhammer. No, Gothhammer, not Gothhammer. So right now we have we will deploy about 40 Fenrirs, and as the fleet grows and we get an actual carrier, there will be, I don't know, 60, 80 deployed at once. But like I said, I'm not deploying the fighters to destroy capitals. I will use a different tactic to destroy capitals. The fighters are just to destroy our fighters up to corvettes, maybe corvettes, but that's it. Once there are no fighters to engage or corvettes, they will jump out and they will not stay until the end of a battle. Goghammer, that's the best. Oh, I see. So if over 50. But this will be around 42 right now with the light carriers we have, but they will be over 50 in general. Okay, let's do plasma gun then. It doesn't really matter that much anyway. So 8 gamma ray cannons. Uh-oh, we don't have enough cargo to fully equip the Fenrir, which means first we need to upgrade it. The Fenrir. Cargo bay extension, now we actually need to do that.
Cargo bay extension,
engine tuning, rudder optimization, combat command software, jump drive it doesn't need. So I don't know if you noticed, but almost every other ship I have equipped here, I have given it a jump drive. The exception is the fighters. Why? Because the fighters are carried by carriers, and the carriers themselves have a jump drive. So the way this works is you have the fighters docked on a carrier, the carrier jumps somewhere where you call it, it deploys the fighters. When the fighters are done, they go back to the carrier and the carrier jumps out. So you don't need jump drive for the fighters. And even if you would have had jump drive for the fighters, you don't have enough cargo capacity to carry a lot of energy cells for them to make any long jumps anyway. So it's not an efficient way to manage things. So we don't do any of that. And we do a triplex scanner.
Triplex scanner bought.
Okay, and let's see. Let's go back to give it guns. So
Gamma ray cannon installed.
Kartok. Yeah, he did. The Asinonix is one of the better frigates. So plasma gun, 4 of them I said.
Plasma gun installed.
So let's see. It has shielding, it has guns. Everything looks nice. Let's configure it. So, well, just other than the turrets, there's nothing else we can do here. So we will configure it to do turret command gamma, which means,
Command accepted.
in case you already forgot, it means that it's going to intercept any missiles and then attack fighters and then attack anything that the ship that attacks the current ship. So I prefer turret command gamma. All right, cool. I think we're done. All we need now is to define a template for it. Wait. M3, the Fenrir. Let's call it, I don't know, what should we call it? Fleet Heavy Fighter. Right. There you go, there you go. It's all good. Great. Now we get to configure something which we haven't done before because we haven't had any other carriers before that we needed to configure. And let's see, we go to MLCC configuration and add a configuration entry for the Hayabusa. And like I said, I use my carriers to attack other fighters primarily. So assault fighters, right? And secondary to attack any corvettes. Assault corvettes. And once it's done with all of those, it will just, you know, the carrier will call its fighters back. And oh, wait, wrong. I haven't configured the carrier in a long time. No. So when you have a carrier, you have a special type of task, which is called carrier. Let me show you that. There you go. Now, the carrier task gives you a ton of options about how to deploy the fighters against enemies. So let's say, for the first carrier task, like I said, we want to attack other fighters. And now we can actually configure how many of our fighters will be assigned per enemy target. So here the enemy target is other fighters, but those fighters can come in different shapes and sizes, right? You can have M5s, which are scouts. You can have M4s, interceptors. You can have M3s, heavy fighter. We can ignore all this stuff, M6, M8, whatever, because they aren't fighters, so those settings are pointless here. And let's see, since we have Fenrirs, and we will deploy Fenrirs against scouts. So Fenrirs is a heavy fighter with gamma, armed to the teeth with gamma ray cannons. That means we don't need more than 2 Fenrirs for a scout. I mean, even a single Fenrir destroys a scout, no problem, but with 2, it will just make it faster. So we can say, let's deploy 2 per scout, let's deploy 3 per interceptor, and let's deploy 4 per heavy fighter. Everything else, like I said, we can ignore here, except the range. Now, let me try to remember, because I haven't set up this for some time. I think, let's see, intercept range, casual turrets, proximity, protection. Oh, right. Okay, I think I remember. Right, so here's how it is. The intercept range is the distance at which the carrier will launch its fighters, right? So think about this. The carrier jumps in. Let me see if there's anything in chat that I need to reply to. Right, so here's how it works. The carrier jumps in the sector, and then say it needs to intercept some fighters, because I just put this order there to attack fighters. Now, if the closest fighter to the carrier is further away than the intercept range, then what the carrier does is it closes in towards that target. When it gets into intercept range, it launches the fighters to intercept the target. So here you have to take into consideration things like how fast are your own fighters against the enemy, and things like how close are you comfortable with getting your carrier to the enemy, right? Since we're attacking fighters, I don't really care if I get a bit close to it, because those fighters should have a hard time taking even a light carrier out. But if we were to have attacked here capitals, I would probably have been afraid to get too close to the capital, because the capital can probably destroy my light carrier very quickly. And then I would have used a large intercept range, because, for example, a capital's guns, the range is around 7-8 kilometers. So I would have wanted to use at least 15 kilometers just to be safe, intercept range. But because we're attacking fighters, I can probably go to 15 kilometers for fighters, and then once the fighters are deployed to intercept their target, they can cover the distance themselves. Or maybe I actually want to go closer than 5. I think I'll go 10. I don't want my fighters to go very far away from the carrier. By keeping them close to the carrier, it means that when they're damaged and they want to go back to the carrier so that they're repaired at their home base, they have only very little distance to cover. Now, the next important setting is the casualty tolerance, and it means how much of your fighters for this carrier do you want to be destroyed before the carrier just orders every fighter to come back home and go and then it goes home with all the fighters that are left. So what's your casualty tolerance, right? And in our case, so the light carrier deploys up to 14 fighters at once. I think I'm fine if about 4 of those are destroyed. So, yeah, well, I mean, I guess I can put it maybe 35% or so, or 30%. Yeah, 35. Let's keep it at that. Now, the proximity protection is something you can enable or not, and it means that when an enemy gets into the range that you can configure here in the case where you enable it. So if I say yes and I put range 10, it just means that if an enemy gets into the range when enabled, then the carrier will call on its fighters to come back and defend the carrier. Now, the way I set up my ships, I will have corvettes escorting the carrier. So in general, I don't need the fighters of that carrier to defend the carrier. I just need the fighters to attack their targets. So usually I keep it disabled, and then this doesn't really matter, I guess. Kilgore Trout, yes! That's the idea. Hey guys, did you see there was a tweet from GOG earlier, a link to a survey that tries to determine what type of gamer you are? And I think in my case it says something like calculating or something like that. I don't remember. Right, okay. So that's the first carrier task, to attack any fighters. Then when no fighters are left, I said that I want to attack any corvettes. So another carrier task, this time it will attack corvettes. And again, since it's just attacking corvettes, I don't need to assign anything to the task fork size for M5, M4, because those aren't corvettes, right? But for corvettes, I will say, I think, let's see, I'll have 14, okay. Now, 5 Fenrirs can destroy a corvette. They just won't do it very quickly. They'll take about half a minute. And yeah, okay, let's put 5. I think it's fine. And again, I don't need to care about anything else. Because this is just corvettes, this is just M6 ships. And one last thing, last but not least, we have to tell MLCC which template, we have to tell it where from to get fighters, because fighters, so, you know, the unavoidable rule of law is that there are casualties and people die and get hurt, right? I heard that somewhere recently. So fighters will get destroyed. With all our planning and everything, they will get destroyed. So, but MLCC makes it easy to replace them. And the way you do that, you hit enter here and say what I want to replace the fighters with. I want them to be replaced with things that use the fleet heavy fighter template. And the reserve location is the HQ. The reserve location essentially means a place where fighter reserves are docked. Fighter reserves means fighters that you built, but you haven't equipped. you know. And since we will be building fighters and just leave them to stay around in the HQ, then we can say that the HQ is our fighter reserves. They will just stay there. And then when MLCC needs to get fighters to replenish any fighters that were destroyed, it will use the template we have selected above to configure those fighters. That's why it's important to have a template defined for the fighters. All right. So finally, I think we're done. So we have now configured the also the Hayabusa with 2 carrier tasks. We have configured it to take any fighters it needs from the HQ. And let's build a couple of fighters at the HQ so that they can ask for them, so that the light carriers can ask for them. We need about 42, I calculated. Let's build 50 so that we have some reserve. All right, 50 fighters coming right up. Oh yeah, this guy should probably be assigned, but I'll just let it there because I think he will be automatically taken by the carriers when I'll order them to restock after I have all the other fighters built and ready. Hello, Centauria. What do you think is wrong with that, Litcube? I mean, the HQ has also capacity to store an indefinite number of fighters. We can see here. So I really don't mind if I have them at the HQ. I mean, I could probably have them go to the McCollum dock here, where I can store also an indefinite number of small ships like fighters. But there is no point to it. I mean, why do I care? Then I have to remember, every time I build fighters, I have to remember to send them over to the McCollum dock. This way, if I just build them, they're automatically already docked at the HQ, and the carriers can just order them from there. So I don't care. Yeah, there you go. They're starting to be built here. 1 for each 20 seconds. Let's see what other messages we got in the meantime. Oh, right. So because we destroyed the previous generation of a Phenon corporation, apparently an anonymous sender, an unknown sender, sends us a bunch of money to reward us for doing so. Because apparently we share enemies. The fact that Phenon is an enemy to both of us. So I guess that's a way the game rewards you for killing one Phenon generation. So we got 150 million credits. Not bad. Any other messages? Right, so our TL, which we sent to collect any floating wares in the Phenon sector that were left after the fight, is done. So I'll just order it to come back to the home. To the home sector.
Granted.
And then when he gets at the home sector, I'll order it to drop everything it has that it doesn't need, and then my dock agents already assigned at the headquarters will automatically sell those things that he dropped, which were the wares that he collected from the Phenon sector. Yeah, so fighters are being built here. This is going to take some time. I mean, I ordered 50 fighters in 21 seconds, so yeah. It's about 20 minutes. Less than that though. I need about 3 FIDI. Chef with his little cute hat comes to me. I need about 3 FIDI. And then it strikes me, why do you need 3 FIDI? Yeah, I see a point. Yeah, if you want to keep things organized. Yeah, because if you look then at the headquarters and any docked ships, you will see all these fighters, which are reserve fighters. You will see them here. So that may annoy some people. All right. So we took care of that. Next thing on our agenda. sort of thing. We have a ton of money, 1.5 billion credits. We should use that for something. Also, oh wait, see, we're very close to having the reputation needed to buy and then reverse engineer and get the blueprints and then build it ourselves, to buy capitals. See, if you look at the ATF and Terran reputation here, we're at 93%, so we're close to going over 100% there to go to level 9. And at level 9, we can already buy some destroyers and actual carriers, not the light carrier thing we have. So I say, let's do that, actually. In order to grind our reputation, the easiest thing you can do, at least now when you have a fleet, is to just do combat missions and destroy enemies of the Terran inside their sectors, and that gives a boost with reputation with the Terrans.
Jump device charging at 10%.
Let's look for a good combat mission. Anything that is hard or very hard will probably spawn tons of ships that we need to destroy, and will gain the required reputation. But I'm not seeing any combat mission here. This guy wants to sell us a blueprint. Oh no, he wants to hack a station. I don't care about that. Let's go to Mercury.
Jump device charging at 10%. 20.
Go capture a wooden. So in terms of capturing, I'm preparing my Marines for capturing. I hope to do that in the next episode or maybe the episode after that. But it's been taking a really long time to train the Marines. If we look here at my personnel stats, see, I have about 30 Marines undergoing mechanical training, most of them. After they're done with mechanical, then I'll start to train them, half of them in hacking and half of them in engineering. And after that's done, then I will try to board. I hope to be able to board some Phenon capitals once we get there. But I wouldn't want to board a wooden because I would imagine the Vodans are flown only by the Terrans, and my relationship with the Terrans has to stay high because, you know, I'm their friend and things, so I wouldn't board their ships. Let's see, do we have any combat missions? Yeah, we have 2 combat missions.
You are talking? What? I am transmitting the information
All right.
you require. Now, do you wish to take the job?
So we can take this job. It's a very hard difficulty mission to patrol against Xenon activity a single sector, this sector, Mercury. This is great, actually. This mission can definitely raise our relationship level above 100%. Let's see the other mission.
You are talking? This mission should
okay,
be
this is
cakewalk
an assassination
for you.
attempt, and
You
it's
can take the
easy
job.
difficulty, I don't care. Right, so let's save. And try to do that combat mission. We will call in on our fleet to help us.
You are talking? What? I am transmitting.
Alright. Let's wait. Xenon should be spawning soon, and we can destroy tons of them and get our reputation up. There you go. We have a Xenon carrier and a frigate and a bunch of fighters deployed by the carrier. Good enough for me. Let's jump in the middle of a sector because that way we will be closer
Jump
from it.
device charging at 10%. 20. 30.
Then we'll call out on our fleet to help us.
Entering system. Mercury. Xenon L.
Oh man, I hate this sun. Because we're close to it, because we're in around Mercury.
Incoming message.
So apparently the Xenon has attacked one of my traders, which just deployed fighter drones here and sent me a message. And he jumped away. That's good. At least he didn't get destroyed.
Xenon LX.
I don't see anything here. Okay, so these guys,
Xenon J.
that's a carrier,
Xenon Q.
that's a frigate. These are the guys that I care about. The fighters, I can destroy them myself. I don't need help from the fleet. I need to get close to these guys. Oh man, now I can't see really anything. Luckily I put them on monitors, so at least I can see on the monitor when I get close to them. Come back here. So the carrier is about 10 kilometers close here. Oh man, I can't see anything. Right. Assist. I don't need the Hayabusa because I haven't fully equipped it yet. I haven't assigned any fighters to it yet. But everyone else, sure, jump here. Tell that to the fighter families, you cold bastard. Oh yeah, I'm gonna MLCC the encounter, yeah. Alright, let's order my ships to just follow their orders.
Command accepted.
So they will go to intercept the carrier and the frigate. Now we can turn our back to that blinding sun and maybe engage some fighters.
J.
Where are these fighters? Oh, but that's a ton of fighters. That's a lot of fighters. So you can see my fleet just, you know, it was warped in here in a wall formation, and now it's going to attack the carrier and the frigate. And I'm going towards the fighters. There are a lot of fighters. I will have, I mean, I cannot take on all these fighters, especially if we have a ton of LX, the heavy fighters. So I'll just wait a bit. Let's see. Okay, Fenris are being built. That's great. How many do we still have in the pipeline? 11. Ah, yeah, it did it really quickly. Not 20 minutes like I said.
Missile closing.
Probably more like 10 minutes. Someone is firing a missile. I don't care. That was nice. So one of the claymores that is accompanying the fleet just fired a chaff and intercepted this missile, and it'll probably be another one now. Yeah, let's see. Does it come here? Yeah, there you go. Dude, stop firing missiles on me. You wanna die, old man? But he's like Xenon, so he's AI, so they probably don't grow old.
The Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
Xenon
Ram.
LX.
Ram again.
No XC alert. Missile closing.
Okay. So yeah, what is my fleet doing? They're destroying the carriers. You guys probably want to see the fireworks and stuff. So let's do that.
Xenon J.
Nice.
Alert. Missile closing.
Yeah, he's destroyed. Let's see what happens.
Alert. Missile
Hey, you
closing.
stop firing at me. Stop firing. Done.
Cargo Bane alert.
Yes,
Missile
alpha particle
closing.
cannon. That's exactly what I needed.
Particle accelerator cannon ejected.
Oh, I mean particle accelerator cannon. Yeah, okay. That was good. That was good to watch.
Alert. Missile closing.
Hey Koala Man, you're awake because it's another Chrono Trigger episode. Chrono Trigger in space. Also, how can my gaming style be fast-paced and relaxed? I think, Centeria, you have to read the details on those descriptions to see what they mean. because when they say fast-paced, they mean they refer to certain things, and when they say relaxed, they refer to other things. And if you just think fast-paced and relaxed taking separately, then yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But that's not how it is.
Xenon Q.
So my fleet hasn't reached the Q. He's firing at the Terran station here. Dude, stop firing at my friends. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you and make soup out of you. Okay, now I think he's now trying to intercept my fleet. Oh, there you go. There you can see my fleet. Like all these big ones are the frigates, and the small ones are the corvettes. Yeah, turn back, big boy.
Alert. Missile closing.
Yes, turn towards them. That's exactly what you need to do. Ooh! Oh, collision. I hope this guy's alright.
Xenon L.
Let's see. There he is. He's alright. He took down about 40% of his shield. Yeah, so collisions are very risky. Your shields can get destroyed quickly because of that. Alright, so I'll order my fleet to just retreat for now. And I know they jumped in a destroyer, a K, but I'll take care of that once I get closer to it.
Target is now in firing range.
Wait. Alright. You, stop firing at me!
No aim.
Okay. What's our reputation here? It's 95%, up from 93%. We're doing good. We're doing good. What about the fighters? Are they ready for my carriers? Because I want to call in my carriers next. Because there's so many fighters in this sector, and I want to deploy my fighters against the enemy fighters, just like I said. Where is it? Wait, where am I looking at? Oh yeah. Too many things. No, here. It's done building. It's done building. So let's do the following. I will order my ships to restock. And I think that means in the case of the carriers, they will order the fighters they need from GOG HQ, because that's how I configured here. I said for the Hayabusa, it needs to get from GOG HQ as the hangar, it needs to get the Fenrir and apply that template. And you can already see here that there are 51 that are ready there. So let's do that, restock. And let's watch what happens in the home sector. So is the carrier going to call? Oh, there they are. There are the carriers. And they should call on their fighters. But they're not. Come on, dude, what are you doing? Flying to position? What position? Where are you going? Oh no. Okay, so this carrier is actually going to the HQ, probably to get the fighters from the hangar. Let's watch it. Okay, so in the meantime, I need to make sure I don't get destroyed here. There are too many things happening. Yeah, there are those fighters there. Blah blah blah. Let's go a bit closer to the destroyer.
Xenon K.
It's about 30 clicks away. Okay. Let's go back and watch our home sector. Okay, so the light carrier is going towards the HQ to get its fighter. It's okay, Tikanja. Hope to see you again. Thanks for being here. Your clock goes way too fast. Alright, good night, Centauria. Yeah, that's fine, Litcube. Yeah, that's fine. If it's moving. I just didn't understand because it said moving to position. I didn't understand what position, where. Because I guess X doesn't show that. The X game doesn't show that. And now it's going back home, I think. Yeah, returning home. But it still hasn't gotten the fighters, right? It has just one fighter. Does that mean... wait. Do I have to apply the template out? No, I don't. I remember that MLCC took care of that. It automatically applies the template on any reserve fighters. I don't need to apply it myself because it took only one fighter and it should have taken all those 50 of them. So what's going on here? Why isn't it automatically order them to join it? I mean, I can apply the template myself. You can see now this fighter has joined that carrier, but it's just the one that we used to define the template, the one that is already fully outfitted. I mean, I can do the template outfit myself pretty quickly because it's, you know, just press enter here a number of times. But it's curious that they didn't do that. That is curious. Because I know that the reserve fighters are taken and outfitted automatically. You don't need to do this. So no, I don't need to assign home. None here. Wait, what's going on? I got too close, too close, too close. Alright, alright. That's good. Oh, I see. Okay, so I need to have them equipped. That's fine. Oh, I see. So then the reason why it took the template was as a way for it to actually know which ones are equipped. It's kind of like a filter, the template. It didn't ask for the template to apply the template on its own. It asked for the template to know which ones are equipped. That's fine. As I said, I haven't done this in a year, so yeah, I didn't remember it well. So let's equip them then. I can do it very, very quickly. So I don't need to assign any home. Oh, wait. And I ran out of what? I ran out of gamma ray cannons. Ah, that's fine. I have some industry that is making gamma ray cannons, so I'll have more soon. So I equipped a bunch of them, but then when here it says ready 50. So you know, Litcube, when the hangar reserve status here in the MLCC main menu says that there are 50 ready, it should probably just say how many are ready considering the template, because then it's confusing. You think that you have 50 that are actually ready, but they're not, because they haven't been equipped, just like you said. So let me order again a restock. Where am I? There's someone close by. This guy. He wants to die.
The Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
Xenon K.
He's trying to intercept me? Yeah, he seems to be closing in. He's trying to intercept me. I mean, okay. So now, let's wait until the carriers try to get their fighters. Kilgore Trout slaps. Why do you slap me? Why do you slap me? If you slap me again, I'll call in my fleet and order it to kill Kilgore Trout. Kill Kilgore Trout. That sounds good. So there you go. These two are going to get some fighters. They have to fly, I guess, a bit towards the HQ, and then they'll order for the fighters to join them. Right. Where is the... oh yeah, the destroyer is getting closer, but very slowly. I don't care. Can run away from it, no problem. Okay, by the time my carriers will be ready, I think there won't be any fighters left in this sector for me to destroy. So okay, let's call in my fleet without the carriers and order it to destroy the destroyer. So assist. No carriers. Everyone else come in. 50 ships responding. He's firing at me. I can dodge it. because they're those kind of slow-moving weapons. You know, when I was talking about the fact that capital weapons are really powerful, but they're slow-moving, this is what I was talking about. You can dodge them easily. Right, guys, go and destroy him. Yeah, see, he's in the range of my guns, of my frigate's guns. Ooh, one of those hit me. Yeah, it's okay. I can dodge the others. Let's get some distance and put a camera on it. Watch for fireworks. I think he's destroyed. No? Alright. Yeah, as you can see, a destroyer takes much longer time to be destroyed than a carrier. Or at least than that carrier we destroyed before. Right.
No aim.
Done. So in the meantime, we had another destroyer jumping in, and this is a super destroyer. It's a Xenon Z. They're really powerful. That's fine. We can still destroy it. What I'm looking at now is what are my carriers doing. So apparently they got their fighters, I think. Let's check that out. This guy. How many do you have? No. Oh, he has only one, and this guy has 14, a full complement, and this guy has 6. Yeah, because we just couldn't equip every fighter we needed because we ran out of gamma ray cannons. What about that? What about the gamma ray cannon situation? Is anything happening there? I have 0 right now, and my factory, it's okay, it's going to have 110 ready in 1 hour. So instead of waiting all that time, I could just buy them now. So I need to buy gamma ray cannon. Okay, my dock agents should already be looking to buy. Yeah, very good. This guy, he's going to buy some gamma ray cannon. Then we can equip more fighters. These are all the fighters that have been assigned to their carriers. Let's hide all that. We still have a bunch of fighters unequipped. Yeah, that's the photon pulse cannon, I think. The bluish white capital ship cannon is the one that looks like a bluish white projectile. That's the photon pulse cannon. Yeah, the red globs are the photon artillery array from my Terran ships, because that's what the Terrans have. Yeah, that's a heavy hitter. It took a single projectile hitting me took 8% of my shields, and I have 7 to 100 megajoule shields. So that's a lot of damage. My fleet is trying to go against the Z now. I guess it's fine. I mean, I could call it back. Let's call it back. Because I want to go closer to the Z and then call them.
M.
Not this one, the Z.
Xenon Z.
Z. I should put that on the first monitor and the C on the second monitor. Right, great. Hey Litcube, what do you think it would take to add USC police license support in the game? I know that extended mod had that, and it's very useful because right now I cannot scan these things. See, it says scan illegal because I don't hold a police license, but I have a reputation almost 9 with a Terran, so it doesn't make much sense that I'm not able to scan them. I have police licenses with every other race. See, I have the Argon Law, whatever, but in the game, the original game doesn't have support for a Terran police license, and I know extended mod added it, so I was curious what it would take to add that. It already exists. Oh, I guess I didn't find it. Let's see. My bad then. My bad. So yeah, Argon Law police license, Boron Law police license, Goner security license, so where is that? Paranid police license, Split police license, Teladi company security license. Oh, there is US military license. Okay, why didn't I see that? Oh, damn it. Okay, sorry for the spam. Where is that? There is one even here in Mercury at the USC orbital support station. But I remember actually looking at one of these things, like, and I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Sorry for the spam. Oh damn, that sun again. Hate that. How far is the... yeah, so the frigate is further away. The Z is close. Alright, we're 10 clicks from the Z. We can call in our fleet. Again, I'm not going to order any carriers because they're not fully equipped with fighters. So I don't want to get one of those carriers that has only one fighter and jump in here and not do anything useful. Maybe, but actually I think I can call in the carriers and I can order the ones that don't have sufficient fighters just to go home. Yeah, I think I can do that. So let's order these guys. Okay, let me do that actually. Assist, call in the Hayabusa. Do I see anything here? Yeah, okay, great. Jam beacon. What? No ships able to respond? Wait, dude, I said call in the Hayabusa. That's interesting. Why is that? Oh, I see. Because their dock doesn't have enough energy cells, and their freighter, which is supposed to get it, hasn't been configured properly. Yes, I forgot to do that. So I go into the dock where manager for the dock where the light carriers are, and I need to configure. Why does it say capacity 0? It should already provide capacities for the light carriers because they require energy cells. Like I can say, yeah, see, I cannot do anything. It says capacity 0. So what's up with that? The Hayabusas have been assigned to this dock for almost half an hour now. Oh, there you go. Yay! Source. So now it says I need about 60,000. Well, I need about 350, but I also need about 60,000 energy cells. And as a source for the energy cells, I'm gonna say take them from the HQ. There you go. And no, I can have, I don't know, 5% on the HQ. Yes, right. So now this freighter here should start to move its behind and carry some energy cells, because otherwise I cannot deploy my light carriers in battle. In the meantime, let's order all of the ships that I have deployed to attack the enemy.
Command accepted.
You guys go, and I give them the go code, so yeah. Yeah, the Hayabusa auto jump was configured properly. It has a 100 jump, I mean the refuel range, right? The 100 refuel range, I think. If I go here and look at it, there it is. 100 fuel resupply and auto jump, yes, and everything. Right. Right, so now my frigates are going to intercept and attack that Z, and that will probably force at least one of them to jump home as an emergency jump, because the Z is really the toughest ship the Xenon have. So obviously with my starting fleet that I have right now, I cannot just destroy it that easily without having at least one of my ships fly back in emergency jump back.
Xenon C.
And the C is getting dangerously close, which I don't like, because then it will be both the Z and the C that will have to be faced at the same time, which makes it a much tougher fight than it is otherwise. Hey, Koala Man. So that means you're a necrophiliac? Oh, okay, I just got a message that my TL that was set up to be surplus, stock surplus, or whatever that's called. Its cargo is now full. Where is it? It's this guy over here. Yeah. So you go back home and drop all that, and you go back to the energy cell power plant and serve as a stock excess.
Docking granted. Command accepted.
What's that called? So, how many can we now make more fighters? Get more fighters ready? Yes, we can. We have enough gamma ray cannons for 11 more fighters. Okay. Again, I ran out of what? Even plasma gun. I'm almost running out of plasma gun. So even if I get more gamma ray cannons, I'll need more plasma gun. That's fine.
The Terran people
I think I already have it set up
in
to buy
eliminating this
any
threat.
needed plasma gun. Yeah? Yes, it is set to buy. Woohoo! Someone was destroyed nearby. I hope it wasn't my ship. I hope it was the Xenon C, the frigate they had. So see, the design of the Z, it has this red thing here. It looks almost like a power generator of some sort. Yay, it's done.
You have gained recognition.
And that's the that's music to my ears. That's what we wanted to do here. We have now advanced our reputation level here with the Terrans. And it is 2% over level 9. So we are ATF Operations Access or Terran Solar Sentinel, which means we can now buy carriers and destroyers at least the level that you can buy at level 9, because there are the super destroyers that you can buy only at level 10, but we can buy the full-blown carriers and the normal destroyers. Do we have any capital ships left? No? Okay, then everybody should go home, retreat. And since now we can buy capital ships, we should look at doing that. Ship compendium. So the capital ships, they're organized around two classes. You have the M1, which is the carriers, and you have the M2, which are the destroyers and super destroyers. Raffle waffle? Sure. What time it is? We're 2 hours in. A bit later, Koala Man. You'll have to support me just a bit later. But yeah, I do want to make a raffle this stream. A $5.99 raffle, just not right now. Let's see what chat is saying. Pew pew pew. Are you trading while in war? Yes, Monkey Wagon, that's what generals do. the mod adds its own dialogues, and they're really very low latency. They feel like native to the game. It's really awesome. Yes, Ikak, that is a very good point. I haven't. So Monkey Wagon, the number of changes that Litcube's universe makes, it's absolutely staggering. It's essentially like a new game. I really can go on here for 2 hours just listing all the changes. That's how big it is. You'll just have to like stay around a bit and try to pick up things from what I'm doing, and if you have any specific questions, let me know. But to just go over all the things that it has changed, it's not humanly possible. Yeah, there you go. Litcube just pointed the link to the mod. Okay, so like I said, the capital ships are divided into two classes. We have the M1 carriers and the M2 destroyers and super destroyers. Let's look at the carriers first. What carrier should we have? Obviously, because of a reputation requirement, as you can see here with white versus things that are shown with red, we can only get the ATF and the Terran ships. But we have 4 choices. That's a lot for a single species. That's because ATF has 2 and the Terran has also 2. So we have the ATF Odin, the Terran Tokyo, the ATF Voden, and the Terran Nagoya. And because these are carriers, we probably want to look at their docking capacity. There you go. So the Odin can take up to 40 fighters, the Tokyo up to 70. Oh my god, okay. And the Voden up to 42, so a bit more than the Odin. And the Nagoya 58, so somewhere between the Tokyo and the Odin and the Voden. Okay. And now, in my opinion, if it's 40 or 42 or 75 or 58, it doesn't really matter, because all that means is if I want to deploy 100 fighters, I need to deploy 2 free carriers instead of deploying 1 carrier, right? And I don't really care that much if I need to do with 1 or 2 or 3, because I have so much money and so many resources. I can do 10 of them if I want. That's not a problem. So the fact that 1 carrier supports to deploy more fighters, for me, is an unimportant aspect of it. So I generally ignore that. What I do look at, however, is the other aspects of those ships. And I don't care about the price. I do care about the speed, but more like I don't want it to be way too slow, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily going for the fastest, because usually the fastest option is the option that has less shielding, and shielding, like I said before, is really important for AI-driven ships, and these ships will be driven by my tasks that I configure in MLCC. I see, Odin is more of a battle carrier. Yes, and to prove that point, to show people here, if you look at the stats on Odin versus the Tokyo, for example. So the Odin has the same shielding as the Tokyo, so that's good. They have almost the, well, not really the same speed, but it's a very small difference here. They have, like I said, the same shield capacity. They have the same, it's not the shield generator, I think, almost the same shield generator value here. There is a huge difference in hull values, so apparently the Tokyo can take a lot more damage to its hull before it's destroyed. Now, again, this is an aspect that I don't really care about. Why? Because I will make sure that my ships don't take even 1% hull damage. If a ship, if a ship gets pounded so hard that it's out of shields, then I did something wrong anyway, and I need to fix that somehow. Like I need to increase the threshold for the emergency jump, because I already did something very wrong, and you know it shouldn't happen. I don't want my ships to take any hull damage. So I don't really care about hull. But if you look at the next value here, that's the laser battery capacity, and this is why Burnt Pies is right that the Odin is more like a battle cruiser, because it has almost 50% more laser battery capacity, and in terms of guns, it has more guns. It has the same number of turrets, but it has 4 more guns. And if we look at the Odin turret configuration, it has front guns in so it has 4 guns in the front turret. It has 6 guns for the right and the left turret, so almost as a destroyer. Destroyers generally have 6, 8, 10, things like that. It has 4 in the back, 4 up, and probably 4 down. Yes, and 4 down, right? So the back, up, and down turrets are usually the turrets that you configure as self-defense. So you use some kind of flak cannon against fighters on them and configure them as self-defense, which is what I did on my frigates previously. However, the front, left, and right turrets are usually the turrets that you configure to do a lot of damage against probably our capitals. So yes, that's why I guess Burnpies is right. The turret configuration with 6 guns left and right, that's almost as a destroyer. So you could use, and with a much larger laser battery, this can be used as a battle cruiser. That is a ship that can do a ton of damage, but also can deploy fighters. Now, as you have seen in my MLCC configuration, I don't use carriers like that. I use carriers only to destroy other fighters and to destroy corvettes, so I don't really care about how much good they are in a fight in terms of destroying other capitals. So from that point of view, for me, the Odin isn't necessarily at an advantage here. Seems to be the same to the Tokyo, except the Tokyo can carry more fighters. Now, if we look at the next set, we have the Woden and the Nagoya. So between all these options, the Woden is the most heavily shielded. As you can see, it has 2 gigajoule shield. All the other ones have 5. So that's a huge advantage in my book. It's not much slower than the Odin or the Tokyo. When the Odin is almost just 10 meters slower, so that's not really a big thing. And look at the laser battery capacity on the Woden. Look at that. It's even more than the Odin. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, at this point, I don't think there is a reason to use the Odin versus the Woden. I mean, let's see the turret configuration, because like in terms of docking capacity, the Odin has 40, the Woden has 42. The only thing is the Odin is faster, but the Woden is more heavily shielded. It has even more laser battery. It has even more guns. Look at the guns. Oh my god, look at the gun number on the Woden. It's 36 guns versus the Odin being 28. That's a lot more. Yeah, well, of course, it has front 8 guns. Wait, let's see who's attacking me. Wait a second. Oh, okay, I get intercepted by some scouts. I can ignore them. We have a K in sector. We have a Q. Let's put these on the monitors. Right, but we can ignore them from now. Ship compendium. Right. So so the Woden has 8 front turret guns, 8 right and 8 left. That's a destroyer. At this point, this is a destroyer. A destroyer that can carry 42 fighters. I think this is it, people. Like I said, I don't really care about those capabilities of a ship, but of course I care about shielding, and this one has most of the shielding, and the fact that it even has more laser battery and it has more guns, that's just added bonus. So sure. I wouldn't go for the Nagoya because let's see, it's a bit slow. Well, not almost at all slow, but it's less shielded. And in terms of guns, it almost has around the same number as the Woden? No, it seems to have. Oh, that's weird. The Nagoya has a lot of guns for self-defense, like up, down, and back. No, back is just 4, but up, down has a lot of guns. That's a weird layout. That's a very weird layout. Whatever. So I think I'll just go with a Woden. What do you people think? Let's see, where is the Woden sold? Probably in Titan, which is the ATF shipyard. Yeah. Yeah, we can order the Woden. Oh, Monkey, the changes are so large in Litcube's universe that it will be completely different even the early game. I mean, it's the same game in the sense that it's the same engine, and eventually it's still an X game, but you will play it very differently from the vanilla game, I think. Well, okay, I'm going from the Woden. I see nobody's voting here or proposing anything else. As you can see, there are 3 ships that we can still not buy because they require perfect reputation of veterans. They require the maximum you can get, which is 10, but these are like super destroyers and things. We'll get to that later. All right, 250 mils. That's a lot of money.
Ship ordered at shipyard.
Let's give it some energy cells to make a jump to our sector, because we need to reverse engineer it.
Energy cells bought.
And I want engine tuning. I want it to move fast as possible.
Tuning.
And that's about it. And now I'll order my supply ship. I have a special supply ship that all it does is to use it for this kind of special purpose. This one, the Gog supply. I will order it to provide the Voden with a jump drive, so that the Voden can make a jump to my home sector. And where is the Voden? Here. I want you to idle in space.
Accepted.
It's here. Okay, good. And the supply ship, supply equipment jump drive, M1, because that's the Voden. All right, everything is good. Supply.
Command accepted.
So supply the Voden with a jump drive. All right, can we apply the template outfit for more fighters? Can we outfit more fighters? That's what I meant to say. We can outfit 4 more fighters. Let's do that. Right. And I guess I can order my fleet to restock, which means the light carriers will get those fighters we have already outfitted. And that's about it. Okay, so we are done with the carrier decision and purchase. Let's move to the destroyer part. The M2 class. Here we have 3 options and no ATF option. I see that all the ATF destroyers require level 10 reputation. Oh, okay. That just makes things easier. 3 options. That's the fastest one. It's pretty slow if you ask me, at 60 meters per second, but that's how destroyers are. They're slow. And we have the Solaris, the Kyoto, and the Osaka. The Solaris has 6 shields, 2 gigajoule shields, and the Kyoto and the Osaka are the same. Alright, so from that point of view, I would just go for the Solaris because it's faster. But let's see what else is here. The laser energy battery, it's 300k. So you can already see that we're talking about destroyers here and not carriers. Because if you remember, when we looked at the page with the carriers, as you can see, the highest energy battery a carrier can have, it's up to 200,000. And that's already very high on its own. I mean, most carriers have like up to 150 and much less than that. But then when you look at destroyers, they're all above 200. They're almost all about 300,000, and that's what differentiates a carrier from a destroyer, because the destroyer has a lot more laser energy and it can just fire its guns a lot longer, or fire stronger guns basically for a lot longer. Of course, another big difference is the fact that the destroyers cannot necessarily carry fighters and things, while the carriers can. There is an exception there with the super destroyers. The super destroyers, I think those are actually what's called the battle cruisers, yeah, or the battleships. The battleships, yeah. They can carry M6s sometimes, but not a lot of them. Not like with the carriers. The carriers can do like 60 ships or 40, and the super destroyers generally cannot do that much. In any case, going back to our selection here, our decision. So the Solaris goes almost to 300,000. The Kyoto more, and the Osaka even more than that. Oh, that's pretty good actually, and having the same shielding. Let's see the turrets and the guns. 38 here, 48, 48. Okay, so 10 more. Oh my god. Okay, I'm undecided now. Normally I would have gone for the Solaris because it's faster, but it's not that much, right? It's 59, and this is what, 55 and 54. That's nothing almost. And they just have a ton more laser energy, these things. But let's compare the turret layout, because this being a destroyer, we want to have a ton of turrets left and right, because the broadside turrets, those will be doing most of the damage for a destroyer. So let's see, this one has, so that's what, the Solaris. Yes, the Solaris. It has 6 right, 6 left. Dude, that's is that less than the Voden? I think the Voden had 8, right? Something like that. In any case, that's not a lot. Front 4, 6 down, and probably 6 up. No, it doesn't have up. Oh, What's that? Up, it has missiles. What? What's going on here? Can this deploy missiles? With a missile turret? Yes, it can. Check out the missiles it can fire. Shadow missile. Shadow is the Terran equivalent of the Commonwealth Hammerhead heavy torpedo. So it's a torpedo. It's the Terran torpedo. So this thing, the Solaris, is a weird thing. So it has guns as for a light destroyer, let's say, but it also has 12 missile turrets for which you can fire almost as an M7M. That would be the missile boat. The problem is right now I don't have the infrastructure for building torpedoes. I need to build that later, and I don't even need it right now. As you have seen, I was able to wait a second. Someone is firing here. Yeah.
Xenon Q.
That Q got really close. Let's put some distance from it. As you can see, I mean, I can even destroy with the fleet I have right now, and it's just frigates, no capital ships, right? I can destroy a Z, which is the heaviest ships the Xenon can deploy. So I'm not really concerned with using missiles yet. I will need to use missiles against the OCV, that is the end game enemy, because their ships are just way too heavily shielded otherwise. Oh yeah, I see my fighters here have gone to their light carriers. Alright. Everything looks nice. Okay, so. Oh wait, not this. I didn't want to go there. I wanted the ship companion. Yeah, you're right, Litcube. But Solaris has this weird thing. It has a missile turret. So it's, I guess, the Terran M7M because well, not really an M7M because it has guns as for a destroyer. Because the Terran M7M, only the ATF has one, and that's the Skirnir, which can only fire missiles. Doesn't have much guns otherwise. Okay, so I guess it's an interesting point. I'll have to look at the Solaris when I get the infrastructure for torpedoes. I'll probably use it in that role. Or maybe I'll use the Skirnir, we'll have to see. In any case, in terms of an actual destroyer, that is a destroyer that can use its guns to destroy capital ships, I'm thinking probably the Kyoto or the Osaka. Probably the Osaka because it has a lot more energy here. It has the same guns as the Kyoto, so let's compare these two. So, front 8, right 8, back 8, left 8, down 8. Yeah, so like all the turrets possible, which is left, right, up, down, front, back, they're all at 8. That's good. And the Osaka? Kind of the same thing, right? Photon artillery array. So front, right,
missile
back,
closing.
Up, down. Yeah, kind of the same thing. All right. So between these two, I mean, I don't really care. They have almost the same speed. They have the same shielding. The Osaka has a little more energy battery. So I guess I should go for the Osaka. I don't care about the marine count here. So you see the last column is the marine count. That is how many marines can the ship carry. Why would I need marines on a destroyer? I'm not going to use a destroyer for boarding operations. I'll use my personal ship or a TP or something like that. Okay. This guy.
Xenon Q.
Where's the Q? It's getting close. Alright, that's a Q. Well, let's call in my fleet. And this time I hope to be able to call on the light carriers. Yeah, I think they'll come. Yes, 53 ships. That includes the 3 light carriers. Yes, I can read the description too. Okay. Let's see, are they all full complement? This one has 8, this one has 14, and this one has 14. I guess I can deploy it, even the one with 8. 8 is a solid number of fighters. Alright. let's give them the go code.
Command accepted.
So now because we have deployed our carriers, our light carriers for the first time, you will see how the carriers will launch their fighters to intercept any other fighters, because that's what we said they should do. And my fighters should be these things called Gog Wing. Tons of them. And the game got a bit slow, of course, because now we have a lot of ships in the sector.
Emergency signal from Pike Beta.
That
The
emergency
Terran
okay,
people
things are doing
thank you
good.
for your help in eliminating this
That
threat.
emergency signal is because the OCV apparently is going to invade another sector in Pike Beta. Here. But the OCV will have to fight through all these Commonwealth ships before it can take it. Yeah, let's see how the fighters perform. Where are my fighters? So they should be attacking, for example, this guy, probably.
Xenon M.
Yeah, see? There are fighters that are now intercepting it. Let me put a camera on it. Where are the fighters? Where are you people? Let's see them. They should be coming from the back of this ship, I think. From that direction. Where is it? Someone destroyed a capital ship. Yay. Yeah, so now their fighters are getting there. Was 7,000 credits being added to the mission reward. It's just fighters being destroyed. Yeah, I think my fighters are now getting really close to him. Where are they? Ah, is that it? I think I'm seeing that. Yes.
No aim.
Yeah, that was quick. It's a fighter after all. Yeah, so once a target that the carrier needs to destroy, like another fighter, is outside of the interception range, then the fighters that are assigned to that carrier will just go close to the carrier, and the carrier will slowly, go towards the target. Once it gets in interception range from the target, then the fighters leave the proximity of a carrier and go towards that target to destroy it. That's how it works. So that's why you see all these fighters following this target here, which also has some escort from two Setantas that we see here, and its fighters. Once this target gets close to, once this light carrier of mine here gets close to the target, which is probably this ship, then the fighters will go ahead. Yay. Let's see what. So that's one light carrier. Okay, so that's another light carrier with its fighter escort there. And so there are two light carriers here. So here there are two light carriers with their fighter escort. I'm not really sure why they're going that way. Normally I would expect them to go somewhere this way to attack that thing, but it's probably they're going around this factory to attack the same target here. That's what they're doing. And these guys, these are the frigates, accompanied by the Setantas that are assigned to escort them, and these are the strike frigates, and the strike frigates are just going to intercept the only capital ship left in the sector, this guy here, which probably will get destroyed before they get there, because, yeah, see, that guy seems to be fighting some Terran capital ship. It's this one. That's the tier. Yeah, there's a tier. That's a super destroyer, I think, or a destroyer anyway. So before my strike frigates get there, that thing will be destroyed. But anyway, after that thing is destroyed, they will probably go and try to target this frigate here, according to their orders. Yeah, true. So yeah, everybody here is just trying to get to this fighter. That's kind of lame. Anyway, that will be done
Jumped it.
The
quickly.
Terran people thank
What?
you for your help in eliminating this threat.
What is my ship doing?
Autopilot off.
Why did I do? Oh, okay. I guess I did auto follow or something. Oh yeah. So that ship was destroyed. And where do we go now? Okay. So we can just sit back and watch things. Well, or we can go back to deciding what destroyer do we want, because we haven't made that decision final. Right, so since we have some time now, let me start a raffle. A waffle raffle. Raffle waffle. So I opened the raffle for a $5.99 code on GOG.com. Type !raffle in chat to participate. If you win, if you want the code, you will have to follow this channel. You'll have to follow GOG.com channel. All right, see you later, Litcube. Thanks for stopping by. So, looking at the ship compendium. So I won't use the Solaris now because it's kind of like a hybrid between a destroyer and a missile boat, and I don't have infrastructure for missiles, so I'm deciding between the Kyoto and the Osaka. I think I'll just go with the Osaka. I'm not seeing any negative for it. It's even 100 million credits, almost 100 million, 90 million credits cheaper than the Kyoto. That actually is puzzling. Why is the Kyoto that expensive? Oh, I see. The Kyoto has almost double actually exactly double the hull value. But like I said, I don't really care about the hull at all. And it has more cargo, but I don't care about that either. So photon artillery, photon artillery, photon artillery, photon artillery. Starburst, shockwave cannon for down and up. And back. It's all awesome. It's great. That's what we will do. Where can we buy this? Saturn 3, Mars, Uranus, and the Moon. Okay. The problem is we need to get a jump drive after we buy it. So let's buy it at the Moon, because that's the closest to a jump from where it can buy a jump drive. Because my ship that I used to give other ships jump drive, like to give to this Voden, which already has a jump drive apparently. So I should order it to dock at my HQ.
Docking granted.
Right,
Command
this ship,
accepted.
a supply ship, which I used to give our ships a jump drive, now it has delivered its own jump drive to the Voden, and it's flying, because it doesn't have a jump drive anymore, it's just flying around trying to buy another one for itself. And that's going to take some time. Yeah, it's going to the Saturn Research Station to get a jump drive. It's cool. So when that's done, I can order it probably to give a jump drive for the next capital ship that I'm
The
buying.
Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
I guess I should get it from Uranus, because then it will have to fly just all the way here, which is not that far. Yeah, let's get it from Uranus. So I want the Osaka, right? There it is, the Osaka. This is it, people. We're buying our first destroyer. It's going to be glorious. We will need so many guns. Oh my god, I have to build all the infrastructure needed for all the guns for these capital ships. I'll need 16, 24... I'll need 24 photon artillery array per destroyer. Or I could go with a heavier stuff, like the point singularity projector. I think the point is that... Who's heavier? The point singularity projector or the photon artillery array? So this one is 2K, 4K, and the point singularity projector is 2.6K, 5.3K. Yeah, so the point singularity projector is even heavier. It's heavier hitting. So I guess I should use this because, you know, if I don't use them on the destroyer, where else would I use them? It's a capital class weapon. I should use it on destroyers. It fires 2 rounds per minute. Oh man, that's great. Okay, well, I'll need ton of these either way, and so that means I need to build infrastructure to make them, to produce them. So again, Uranus and Osaka.
Ship ordered at ship.
I'll need 1000 energy
Energy
cells
cells bought.
and engine tuning,
Engine tuning installed.
and that's about it. And let's see, my Osaka, our first destroyer. You should just fly towards this sector.
Command accepted.
Alright, my fleet is leaving. That means they destroyed all the enemy capital ships here. Yes, they did. As you can see, there are no enemy capital ships, there are just fighters left. So that means only the light carriers will stay around to clean up the fighters, to hunt down the fighters. They're, as you can see here, they're intercepting these fighters. When they're done with that, they're intercepting this fighter and so on. So now because, see, that's a problem. I set in my configuration, I set the interception range to be very short. Yeah. So against fighters, I set it to be at 10 kilometers. Oh, and against coverts at 45, that seems a bit wrong. No, I still want maybe about 20, because I think, so 10 is way too low. It means that the fighters cannot be left, you know, to roam about the universe and destroy other fighters. They'll have to stay within 10 kilometers from their carrier. So the carrier slowly moves towards the next fighter, and because the enemy fighters are moving fast compared to a carrier, it's just, you know, waiting a ton of time for the carrier to catch up with the enemy fighter, and then when it gets into 10 kilometers intercept range, launch its fighters towards it. So that's why this is way too short. I think 20 kilometers it's better for now. I'll probably even go higher. Yeah, maybe 25. So if a carrier gets within 25 kilometers from its target, it will let its fighters go and intercept it. Let's see. Yeah, because right now, see, like they're here. The fighters just stay around their carrier, and unless the carrier gets within 10 kilometers, which was my previous setting, with the enemy, they won't go ahead and attack the enemy. And there's so many fighters in this sector. My fighters should be left, you know, to destroy them. Should be unleashed. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Is the OCV invading Pike Beta? Yes, it is. You can see here the OCV capital ships and a bunch of OCV fighters. Those OCV capital ships are like they don't compare with anything the Commonwealth or the Terrans can provide. They're really much stronger than anything you can buy or build yourself. So you need strength in numbers or tactics. But apparently this OCV-V is being destroyed by the United Forces of the Commonwealth there. Okay. Their invasion fleet is actually larger than this. I'm surprised to see only these ships. Usually they have maybe 6 capitals plus about 6 frigates. If they just have only these,
Incoming message.
yeah, I'm not sure if they will be replenished. I mean pushed back. Right, so guys, closing the raffle. You have about maybe 10 seconds left for the raffle.
Alert. Missile closing.
Alright, a bunch of frigates are in the sector and a bunch of fighters. The fighters are trying to intercept me.
Alert.
I can go
Missile
towards one of
closing.
those light carriers to draw them towards me, towards my light carriers.
Jump device charging at 10%.
Which
20.
ships can I capture?
30.
Oh, the OCV ships. No.
40.
So, because otherwise, you know, otherwise,
50%.
what's the point of
60.
making them too hard
70.
or harder than
80.
anything else? No.
90.
You cannot capture any OCV
Jumping.
ships. The mod makes sure that's
Engine
impossible.
system. Mercury.
All right, so let's see about the raffle here. Closing raffle. In raffle in 10, 9, 8, blah, blah. Five. Yes, 5, 4. 3, 2, 1. Yay. So let's see. Draw. Zurusona Kitsune. Okay. Congratulations. And you're following. Please let me know if you're in chat. Say something just to make sure you're here. And at the end of a stream, yay, congratulations. At the end of a stream, I'll send you the game code. Sorry, it's not a game code, it's a gift code. You can use it on any game up to $5.99. It cannot be discounted and so on. And you cannot add money to the gift code from your own credit card. So it's a bit weird. All right.
Xenon LX.
When is this mission going to be done? This has been taking hours. I mean, I can just cancel it if I want. I already have all the reputation I need with veterans, even more than I need right now. So I don't need it, I can cancel it. But anyway, I was busy doing other things too. I wasn't necessarily waiting on the mission to be done. So the Voden is at the headquarters. That means we can reverse engineer it. Let's reverse engineer the Voden. Let's just destroy, because the process of reverse engineering destroys the ship that is being reverse engineered, and we paid about 200 million credits on this. So let's just destroy 200 million credits. Add to reverse engineering queue. Yes. Done. That's probably gonna take 2-3 hours to be done reverse engineering. Building ships takes much less time than reverse engineering them. Alright, so there you go. The Voden has disappeared. Let's see how long it takes to reverse engineer it. Here. 2 hours, 3 minutes. Alright. And the Osaka is just flying around and stuff. The supply ship. Oh, you got home? Oh, awesome, man. Oh yeah, they did send me a message. I just ignored it. Alright, so then if you got home, go and supply the Osaka with another
Terran
jump
people
drive.
thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
No, wait. M2, Osaka, yes. Supply.
Command accepted.
Great. And then we'll fly the Osaka to our home sector and reverse engineer that too. Another 300 million poof up in smoke.
Xenon L.
Where is it? I can't see anything. This guy? Yeah. I think it's this guy.
Xenon L.
So how are my little light carriers doing? Just flying around. I should just order them home and then call them back, because I changed the interception range, but that doesn't apply until you start a new kind of like sortie, I think it's called. Yeah, they take their orders when you call them in and issue the go order. But after that, if you make changes to the orders, those do not apply until you call them again.
Missile closing.
So maybe I should do that. Yeah, let's all go back. Go back.
Xenon LX.
Hey, you.
Xenon M. No aim.
Done.
Xenon P.
Okay, we have a P. That's a Corvette, like my ship. So it's not that easy, but I mean, no problem to destroy it. It's just that it takes a bit more time. And there are 3 frigates here. Hey guys, what are you guys doing? Go home. Retreat. Oh yeah, because I said restock. I thought the restock will also issue a retreat order, but it didn't. Yeah, go home. Everybody go home. There is a missile towards me, and my turret will destroy it. Yes. Oh, these guys are intercepting me. The frigates and the corvette are after me. It's fine. Let's jump to the center of the sector.
Jump divide. Jump.
Wait, no, I jumped in the wrong sector now.
Target is entering system Y
I need to
beta.
go back to Mercury.
Jump device charging
Here.
at 10%. 20.
Boom, 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 boom.
Entering
are you?
system Mercury.
Here you are. So, how are my ships doing? They're going home, blah 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 blah. Can I equip any of these fighters here? Yes, we can equip
Target
10 more
is now in
fighters.
firing range.
Alright. Sounds good.
No aim. Xenon M.
How's my fleet doing? Flying home. Got home. Let's order them to restock so that they get new fighters that I configured.
You are talking?
That's sending through the data now.
Yeah, not interested. I thought these guys might have a interesting build station mission, but no. And I hope this mission will be over soon. The supply ship. Alright, I think it did its job. I think I can now order the Osaka to jump and go home. Yes. Dock here.
Docking granted. Command accepted.
It's jumping. Great. And the supply ship. Right, it needs to go and buy a jump drive. Alright. Everything is good. That means in the next episode we will either be building capital ships or I'll probably already have a few built. I will probably recycle the light carriers because there is no point to have them around once I have real carriers.
Target is now in firing range.
And one of the things you can do with ships besides reverse engineering them, but since I already know the blueprint for the light carriers, obviously because I built them, there's no point to reverse engineer it, but you can recycle them, and that means the ship gets split into its, manufacturing components. You get about 70% of the resources that it took to build that ship back.
Xenon L.
So that's what I'll do. I'll recycle the light carriers once I get a few carriers built, and then reassign all the fighters to the carriers, to the capital carriers. And I also build some infrastructure for guns for capital ships because I need a ton of guns. My plan is to have, let's see. So I'll probably have about 4 Voden carriers, each carrying 42 fighters. That's like 128, I guess, fighters in total. That's a pretty decent number. Then as destroyers go, I'll have, let's see, maybe 6 or 8 Osakas. I don't need more than that, I think 6 or 8. And then with that kind of fleet, there is nothing that I couldn't go against Phenon. I think whatever Phenon will throw at us, we will be able to destroy with that kind of fleet. and once Phenon is destroyed, then we need to get access, so we need to boost the reputation again by doing some of his combat missions. We need to get access to the Super Destroyers class, and I'll build maybe 4 or 5 of those, and with that kind of fleet, I'm then starting to think to take on against the OCV. Yeah, that's I guess the big plan. Also, at some point in this plan, I'll have to get some missile boats and get some infrastructure going to make missiles torpedoes for them, because the OCV has those hugely shielded capitals, and the missile spam against them should help a lot.
Xenon C.
Alright, so this guy is on me. It's good, I can call in my fleet. So you guys want to destroy me, right? Well, I have some news for you. Let's stop. 52 ships are coming. Be ready. We're gonna have some fun. We're going to jump ahead of me, in front of me. Bum bum bum. Nice. And I give a go order.
Accepted.
And you guys are done. It looks better without HUD display, like this.
The Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
They keep on saying that because I'm destroying their enemies in their own sector, so they say things like that. Alright, good night, Aestir. Thanks for being here this long. Have a good one. Glad you enjoyed. Yay! That is done.
No aim.
What else? There are any? Yeah, there are a couple of frigates down here. 2 Cs. These 2. And as you can see, because now the interception range for my carriers is like 25 kilometers, we already see some fighters just going ahead and intercepting fighters, enemy fighters, even though there is some distance from their carrier, because I increased the interception range. So that was good. With 25 kilometers, it should be much faster to destroy all these little fighters that are really fast, and it would take my carriers a long time to catch up with them. Alright, Ikag, thanks for being here, and thanks for your help with everything. Good night. Let's just set up a bit. So every time you destroy one of the Phenon subsidiaries, you get this time window between when the subsidiary was destroyed and the next one appears. You get kind of like a breather, you know, you don't have to bother with a Phenon for this amount of time. Because if we look at their home sector, it's nothing there.
Incoming message.
We just got a message. All right, one of our Marines has finished its training. Sounds good. There'll be a bunch more finishing soon. This guy, and that's about it for now. So I'll just go to my TP, that is the troop transport, and order my. So let's see. This Marine has now 100. That is maximum skill fighting, maximum skill mechanical. So I'll just give him to do engineering. So I want all my Marines to have maximum fighting and mechanical, and I'll split them half and half between engineering and hacking. So this guy, engineering.
Training.
Right. Hey, Kilgore Trout. Who's that? Alright, see? So my light carrier is somewhere around here, but its fighters are going these distances to intercept, and they're just following my rules. So they're about, so this is an M4, that means there are 3 fighters here, just like I assigned in MLCC configuration. This is another M4, so there should be another 3 fighters intercepting it. Yeah, there you go. That guy was destroyed very quickly. Yeah, that's why I assigned 3, because I don't want them to waste any time. I want them to be quick. And the strike corvettes here are...
The Terran people thank you for your help in
destroying...
eliminating this threat.
Yeah, these guys. Let's put a camera on these guys.
Xenon C.
Yeah, there are 2 Cs. You can see them one by one. And they're going to get destroyed really quickly. Yeah, that guy is done. There's this guy left. Come on, die already. Done.
No aim.
Alright, so there are just some fighters left. That means these frigates will fly home, because there are no capital ships for them to destroy. So when you look at the MLCC configuration here, wait, that was wrong. This one. If we go at the Cariodo, we say attack capitals first, task 1, assault and attack capital and medium ships second, and when none of those are left, the final mission is retreat, so it just goes back home. And that's why you saw those flashing effects, they were jumping out home. Okay, so that's good. So I guess this is about 25 kilometers, that's the interception range. As you can see, this one launched its fighters towards those targets. Let's
Fenrir.
take a closer look. This is a Fenrir, one of my awesome fighters. It's going to intercept an enemy fighter. Yeah. Start firing. Here we go. Now we're talking. You can't really see much when fighters are engaged because they're so small. That's why you can only see their projectiles, their weapon projectiles. It's not like when we're watching capital ships fighting. Then you can see the capital ships. You can see them moving around and things like that. Alright, this guy's trying to intercept something. Probably here or here. One of these two. Yeah, he already got to his target almost. There you go. Oh. A couple of those and he's done. Yes. And now he's either going back. I think he's going back. Yeah, he's going back to his light carrier. Oh yeah, we haven't looked at how the Hayabusa looks. Close up, I mean.
Hayabusa.
Where it is? She's nice. Reminds me of a certain split M7.
Incoming message.
Yeah, like I said, we will get rid of these. We'll get proper carriers. So this is the last chance to take a close look at them. I don't like the angle here. Let me see. Can I get another one?
The Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
Better. This one looks better, I think. So where does it dock all those fighters? In those arms, I guess. Probably like 7 fighters per arm. Hey Tikanja, yes, back in time for Vienna. You missed the raffle though. Sorry. It was about 20 minutes ago. The music is very EVE Online. Yeah, it's kind of like spacey music, right? You put this electronic, ambient, spacey music. See what messages we got. Another one, finished training. Well, let's give him something else to learn. We don't want them to sit idle. So his fighting skill is maximum, his mechanical is almost maximum, but I don't care to increase it more, I think. So, or if I do, I'll just use a quick, so mechanical quick training exercise.
Training.
Right, so these are the new fighters that were assigned to my light carriers. I don't care. What about the Osaka? The Osaka is just waiting at the headquarters to be reverse engineered when we get to it, and let's put it in the queue for reverse engineering then. So yeah, oh, some Setanta is emergency jumping. Add to reverse engineering queue. Great, alright. And currently we're reverse engineering the Voden. Still have 1 hour 40 minutes to go there. That's a lot. The Osaka is probably 3 hours to reverse
The
engineering.
Terran people thank you for your help in eliminating this threat.
Oh, what's this in the distance here? That's a Xenon destroyer. So we need to call in our fleet again. Yeah. Let's see. It's a Z. It's a super destroyer.
Xenon Z.
So I think I'll just order my ships to go home, and then I can call in. Who's engaged here? Wait. There's something going on here. Oh, okay. Okay, there are. Okay, so there's a corvette, and there is a frigate engaging my corvettes. Since there are a ton of corvettes, they should be able to destroy them both. Yeah.
Xenon P.
Yeah, there you go. This is the P, and this is the C. Yeah, it's one of my Setantas, firing at it. Done. And the C, is that C close? It might look like that, but it might be on a different height. Let's see. No, it is close. And the light carrier are just intercepting the last fighter left, this guy. When they get into 25 kilometers, they should launch their fighters. Alright. And when the C is destroyed and there's no fighter left, I think I'll have to call in my fleet again just to take out the lonely Z left. Or I could try to call them now, actually. Because let's see. This guy, because he's already engaged with some Terran ships. So I should be able to destroy him just with strike frigates that I have.
Xenon Z.
So let's do that. Let's call in the strike frigates, the Cariodos. Nine strike frigates, sure, they can make short work of this guy. There you go. You're already attacking him.
Command accepted.
Go and kill him. Ooh, that superstar destroyer. Hello, Hukan. Glad to see you here. What's up? What are you doing today and in general? Intensified forward firepower. Yeah, he's getting pounded. This ship here, I think this is the Solaris, the hybrid between destroyer and missile boat that we were looking at earlier. Yeah, I think that's the Solaris. As you can see, it's about 3 times larger than my frigates, my Coriolis. And the Xenon Z is, I don't know, 6 times larger. Yay, done. And we got paid for it, I think.
No aim.
Alright. Oh, we have 1 frigate left. And then we'll be done with this mission. Yay! That took some time.
C.
Let's see how much did we increase our reputation with the Terrans. So it's level 9 and 14%. So we went from 93% with 14% here. Now, mind you, the reputation grows slower and slower, right? Because the amount of reputation required between 2 levels, that increases as you increase the level. So the necessary work required to get from 9 to 10, we will have to, I mean, I'll probably do it off stream at some point, most of it, but we would have to do battles like these, maybe about 10 or 15 of them, I think. Maybe 10. Yeah, 10. That's a lot. But by then, we should also have destroyers and other things and full-fledged carriers, so things should be easier. Yeah, see, when my strike frigates are actually getting in range to fire at the enemy frigate, then its shield starts dropping very fast. It just takes time, man. It just takes time, you know, and like any game that has a learning curve, this one is just bigger, and also like any game that has a learning curve, you need to have some kind of motivation to take you through it. If you're not motivated to spend, you know, hours and hours,
Incoming
there
message.
you go, mission completed. Fantastic. Learning, you know, going through the learning curve, then obviously it's not going to happen. But I'm glad that you guys find this fun. I mean, I hope you do. I hope that's why you stay around here. See, after all this destruction, we have left in the sector a ton of wares flying around, and selling these, we should make some good money. So this guy, wait,
Energy cells transferred. Energy cells.
right, good. He had a full cargo of energy cells from earlier, and I forgot about it. I dropped it now, and now I order it to collect all wares in the sector Mercury. Mercury with E. Mercury, this one. Yes.
Command accepted.
Come here and collect all
Command
the things.
accepted.
And I go to my home sector.
Jump to
And what else? You. This guy needs to do surplus control.
autopilot off.
Alright. So surplus control is a way where you can dock a ship with large capacity like a TL to a station, and then say monitor the stock levels on the station, and every time they go above a threshold, take any amount from the stock and store it in your cargo hold until it drops below this other threshold. And it's useful for complexes that make energy cells like this one, because energy cells get produced in very large numbers, and you really need those large numbers. But because they're so large, your normal ships that you would normally use to carry things around just don't have enough capacity, or you just need hundreds of them to carry the amount of energy cells that your complex is producing. So instead of that, you just dock one of these TLs and order it to do a surplus control. And when the TL gets its cargo full, which it contains up to 4 million energy cells inside, you can just, you know, fly it home and drop all that, which is what I did like a few minutes ago. So surplus control, and every time it goes over 60%, you should take all energy cells until it drops below 20%. 20%. Accept.
Command accepted.
Right, so now that thing is doing surplus control. And the other TL, it's collecting all the wares flying in Mercury here, where we just had our big fight. All these wares. And we got a message, oh right, from the end of our mission. You eliminated 109 Xenon ships. Perhaps the Xenon will think again next time. Yes, I bet they will. You've earned 17 million credits, I think. Yeah, well, 17 million credits for the amount of ships we destroyed and the classes of ships we destroyed is really little, but that's not why we did it. We did it to get some reputation.
Incoming message.
And we got another message from our supply ship that it finished giving the jump drive to the Osaka. I already knew that, but whatever. Alright, so let's see what chat is saying. I think we're kind of getting close to wrap this up. Because, you know, I mean, we're at the current stage, at a good stage right now. I was just waiting to see maybe the Phenon will spawn. Maybe I could start Zeta. Well, wait, let me save it first. I could start Zeta and wait for the Phenon to spawn, the next generation, to see what name it has and everything. But basically at this point, I'm just waiting for the Phenon to spawn and then take my fleet against them. And then when I'm done reverse engineering those capital ships that I've added to the reverse engineering queue, then I will build some of them and configure them into MLCC and then take them against Phenon. I think we just destroyed the 4th Phenon generation, I think. If I'm not mistaken, was that the 4th? So let's see. I had Tanditech, Nova, that is the 2nd, 3rd was Vashir, and this is the 4th, I think. Yes, I think we just destroyed the 4th, and so we have 3 generations left, with the last one being the Phenon Corporation itself, not a subsidiary. So we have a bit to go there, but with the fleet we're building now, we should be good to go. So not much else to do here other than just waiting for those things to reverse engineer and build some of them and wait for the Phenon to appear and destroy it. That's basically it. Yeah, see their home sector, it's still empty, they're not here yet. Right, so okay, let me save again. Alright guys, so I think this is about, I mean, this wraps it up quite nicely. So it was a good run. We destroyed 109 Xenon ships. We made some good reputation. We got some capitals to reverse engineer. We deployed some carriers, some light carriers. We saw them in action. We saw the rest of the fleet in action with strike frigates. And we had some VIPs in chat. We had Litcube checking our stream out. Hopefully, sometime in the future, I'll be able to invite him as a voice guest to the stream. I think that will be pretty cool. And yeah, so let me close this thing. All right, guys. So thanks again thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun, and hope to see you in the next episode next Saturday or same time. Tomorrow, I think the day starts on this channel with Pure and Jade, with another Fist of Jade episode, and keep in touch, I guess. Yeah, it was great having Litcube around. Yeah, I hope to see him again. He's usually very busy. That's the biggest problem with Litcube. He's a cool guy, but he's very, very busy. All right, see you guys.